That's why.
1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. There we go.
Hello, everyone. Sorry about that. OBS has been
A pain. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Devil's Latest Issue podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Vegas. I'm joined as always by my fellow co-host, Mr. Fatman T. We're also joined by our resident fucking emotional support hound. It's Alfie. He's over there. You can hear him whinging. Welcome back to the show.
enthusiasm at its highest here tonight.
I'm tired, I'm cold, I'm stressed, and I have beer. I'm not going to be the height of enthusiasm today. Frankly, I'm still unwell.
Stop. So we start again over once great Sunday. God's day of rest, where he fucked off and left us alone and didn't come back. As many scholars believe he went out to get milk.
Who's to say?
So what's happened this week so far? Bit all really. TikTok's now gone.
Well, it's gone in America. We can still use TikTok.
Yeah.
You know, most of Europe can still use TikTok.
Well, technically, the American app, the app's still active. You already have it. It just has been taken off the. No, because I watched thingy. Been taken off the iStore and the all the stores,
No.
and it can't be updated anymore.
No, you clearly missed some of the news that happened earlier.
No, yeah, but obviously.
TikTok themselves released a manual update to the US version of the app that killed it dead.
Oh fuck!
Earlier today, Strip released an update that basically blocked users from actually doing anything with the app. So when you logged in the US, it just gave you a notification saying, yeah, this app's being banned in your country in like fucking 3 hours, so we're just killing it early. Like, get wrecked.
I think all those TikTok influencers are now going to be bankrupt.
Well, no, because they can just move to other platforms.
You think TikTok?
YouTube, Twitter,
Yeah, you think-
Instagram, Facebook all have the exact same reel system. TikTok revolves around. Yes, they can move to a different platform and still see the same success. I've had this argument 9 times in the last 19 fucking hours. Because I've had 9 other people say the same dumb shit but with less irony behind it.
I mean, everyone's out downloading that. What's it, that Red Note now?
Red Note, yeah. Even my mum's like checked out Red Note and it's like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. It's literally it's the exact same thing, but it's all in fucking Chinese, and also it's got way more egregious data protection issues than TikTok ever did.
Yeah, I think it's this idea that fuck you, you got a TikTok, so we're going to put an even worse one on the app instead.
Like, it's still just bizarre. It's like, yes, we're gonna ban TikTok because it's selling your personal data to Korea. Okay, but we're not gonna ban this Chinese one that's doing the same shit but to the Chinese government and more egregiously. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, America, you fuck carry on, gentlemen. Do whatever the fuck you want at this point. I'm beyond giving a shit about your fucking useless country.
Tomorrow Trump gets inaugurated.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently every liberal in America is going to wear black as a sign of mourning for I don't know what.
Well, have you heard the other news about the inauguration? They've had to move the location.
I'll have that one too.
I don't know because I didn't watch the news video, I just read the headline of the article. But it was originally going to happen at an outdoor venue,
Yes.
and because of a weather warning, they've moved it to an indoor venue instead.
Ah.
Because apparently there was going to be, and I quote, dangerous weather conditions, which for America could mean anything from a tsunami, a hurricane, or a light drizzle.
Oh, lead.
Hence why I said, light drizzle, because, it's America, all of their water is just full of lead and arsenic.
Well, no, I mean, the actual lead. They've tried to kill him 3 times now.
True, but Secret Service has already said that, the security measures they're putting in place are going to be like triple the security force services ever put in for an inauguration ceremony. So
I thought I should do some work this time round.
yeah,
Right.
because they said that, then released the actual plans for
Oh.
not exact down blueprints. We're gonna put this guy here and that guy in it, but a rough idea of how they're gonna be doing security. And if you compare it to the same statements they put out for other inauguration ceremonies, it's way fucking tighter than previous years. So
still more than enough information for anyone who inclined to do anything to work out a feasible plan doing it.
Not really.
No?
No. All the really is like given out is like we're gonna have about this many dudes, and they're gonna be on location, and that's all they've really said. They've not said like where, what roles and specialties. You know, like just I think it's something like 800, 900 special like Secret Service members are gonna be like on hand. On premises, out of uniform, but ready to go in action if required, and another, I believe, 1,200 active duty Secret Service actively performing security detail duties alongside law enforcement and if I remember correctly, a private security firm have been brought in as well to help.
What amazes the Liberals still thinking that the inauguration is not going to happen.
I don't know how they can think that, given it's like, tomorrow, and like, there's like a bunch of American laws that kind of says it kind of has to happen, but like
they're still hedging the bet that Biden's going to abdicate at the last second and give the throne to Harris, thereby preventing the inauguration by delaying it because she's technically been brought in office and got delayed for like a week or something.
Yeah, which
giving the California low court a chance to find a loophole in the Constitution to stop them being inaugurated.
Which again isn't how any of that works, but fucking A for effort, I guess. Like,
yeah.
God loves a trier, as they say.
Ugh.
To answer your question, Sophie, it's a weather warning that's been issued, not an assassination warning.
Although I'm sure probably the Secret Service have plenty of assassination warnings sent into them.
I mean, probably, yeah, but like, no. Like, at this point, fucking, would you even be surprised?
Not really. Shut up, you. Other news, LPM got assassinated this week.
Who?
LPM.
RP, yeah, Keir Starmer was almost murdered this week by Russian forces, which was funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first time Russia's been really that bold since Churchill.
I mean, yeah. If anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, the current Prime Minister of Great Britain, Keir Starmer, was in Kiev on a diplomatic assignment or some pish with Vladimir Zelensky, which led to the signing of a 100-year deal between us and Ukraine.
All right.
The purpose of him going up there is like there's like a new deal in place between us and Ukraine. It's gonna like supposedly last 100 years for like helping to like rebuild their shit, and it's basically a like after war plan, even though the war isn't over, which is odd, but hey ho, fuck it.
I guess we're after the grain.
I don't know, because they haven't released like 90% of the details yet. They've released like a couple little grains of info, but like basically fuck all's been said about what the deal actually consists of. But while Zelensky and Keir Starmer were in the Ukrainian something palace, I just call it the Blue Palace because it's big and fucking blue. While they were in there, a Russian strike drone was seen overhead screaming towards the fucking building at high speed, and the Ukrainian air defense system managed to shoot it down before it actually, did anything of value. So Batman T is now in the background trying to Google search it. IKE.
Thank you.
No, that's a C, and you want a K.
That was 13 hours ago.
It was like 3-4 days ago, if I remember rightly from what I was reading earlier. Alfie, shut the fuck up, bro. Jesus Christ. The whinging is doing my fucking head in the day, dude. Stop.
years ago.
I say if you put in fucking like palace, like at the end there, that should pull it up. PALACE. I've not even got my phone to fucking pull it up and send you.
You can see a massive
For the one I was
crater in
watching
the
earlier.
ground there where most likely the missile struck, but you can also see
Yeah, no, 'cause that
shrapnel
one was a
marks
missile.
around on the
That's
road.
not the one.
Tell you what, ring them back up then.
And then up here, devastation on this building. We were told that this was apartment
Yeah, that
office
one was
blocks.
days after.
It's been hit once before, so some of this damage is old, a lot of it is new. The emergency services are on the scene, clearing up the debris. You can see
Presidential Palace, that was the name of the building. Thank you, Sky News.
This one first? I'll tell you, try this one.
I don't remember what it was I watched earlier. Either way, it'll give me the right idea.
One thing I like how they're doing with this video is they keep showing these little fucking small quadcopters as like the drones.
Yeah, because those are the ones Ukraine are using.
Yeah.
'Cause presumably, fucking this channel wasn't able to get their hands on the actual footage of the strike drone. Fucking.
Try this one, see if this is what we want.
Don't mind me. I'm just losing my temper with a dog in the background. Just fucking. Like, don't
How
worry
long
about
ago
it.
was the injury?
А коли ви отримали потім?
The Prime Minister face to face with the human cost of the war in Ukraine.
He was protecting our motherland.
Yeah.
Visiting Kyiv for the first time since taking office, meeting patients at the country's
Yeah, called
main
Kyiv.
Burns
Yeah,
hospital.
a lot of British reporters. keep calling
NHS
it Kyiv.
doctors have helped to train the
I
staff
don't know
here.
why.
Their work is slow, painful, and vital. This is why visits like this really matter. The Prime Minister today seeing people coming in from the war zones with 80% burns. A really, really horrific reminder of the real pain and suffering of the Ukrainian people. A visit designed to give one clear message: solidarity. Shoulder to shoulder with President Zelensky, laying a wreath at the wall of remembrance for Ukraine's fallen men. There is diplomatic substance along with the symbolism. The two leaders signing a landmark 100-year deal to deepen security ties and strengthen their country's relationship into the next century. The urgency underscored by a Russian drone hovering over the presidential palace while the two men spoke. Air raid sirens sounding moments before the start of the joint press conference.
For me, that drone attack is just really a reminder of what Ukraine is facing.
Right, next thing was from the news. Was it actually a drone attack or was it spying?
It depends which news source you ask.
Yeah. so far Sky just said, oh, it's just hovering above there.
Like Sky News and like a handful of like European medias have been saying like, oh, it was hovering, whereas like a lot of other news sources I've seen have been reporting it as like the drone was fucking screaming towards the palace at like high speed.
Yeah.
And those are the reports I'm inclined to believe, given, like the footage that does exist that you can track down, because I saw earlier of the missile system, seeing the drone and locking in on that bitch, and then throwing a missile at it and just shooting it the fuck down. Like.
Oh. Yeah, but I've got to be here for that one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I read that message earlier, and like, no, it's really not. Like, I'm like there's a lot of stuff I do and say on this podcast that's like I amp up a bit just like for the bit.
Yeah.
Like, just be funny. This isn't one of them. Like, this ongoing feud between me and this fucking dog really isn't one of the things I do as a bit.
Oh yeah.
Like,
we read the history books.
Like, it's literally, it's every fucking episode, every fucking week. It's something with this fucking dog. It's either bitching and whining for no fucking reason, bitching and whining for food, bitching and whining to go for a piss. Like, this is like if we weren't doing the show and I sat here and we were just talking, watching YouTube, he'd be fucking good as gold. He'd go lie down, he'd shut the fuck up. The second we hit fucking stream on fucking OBS, cunt. Absolute cunt. Like, just kicks off every fucking week. Like, it's not even funny. Like, I've already read it. Like, that's what makes it better. Like, it really doesn't, Sophie. It really doesn't. It makes it just fucking worse.
Like, he seems to sense when OBS is activated, doesn't he?
I mean, yeah. Yes, we are talking about you, you prick. Fucking.
Ugh.
Don't get fucking paid enough for this shit.
Every day, and a reminder that this war is brought about by Russian aggression. It is an unjust, illegal
Fucking
war,
Russian
and we
aggression.
must have a sustainable and lasting peace for Ukraine.
Anti-aircraft gunfire was audible in the palace's courtyard, the president undeterred.
Mr. President, we will say hello to them as well.
The PM announced extra air defence support for Ukraine, but on the matter of President Zelensky's long-stated desire for NATO membership, the frustration clear.
The US, Slovakia, Hungary and Germany were honest that they did not want to see us in NATO. It's an open conversation and there are no secrets about this. These are the 4 countries. They all have their reasons, but they have not seen Ukraine in NATO yet.
This is a visit filled with the symbolism of a leader determined to stand in solidarity with Ukraine. But when it comes to the substance, everything could be about to change as Donald Trump sweeps to power, determined to end this war at the negotiating table rather than on the battlefield. The imminent shift in Washington has focused the mind.
Never mind, that's enough.
Fucking plenty.
Yeah. I don't really have a voice. Makes me want to sleep.
Oh, so you get used to that with fucking Sky News reporters. They're all either just like dulcet toned cunts or just really fucking irritating. Like, there's no fucking middle ground with Sky News presenters, dude. It's fucking hell.
The first video come back when it's the page.
Huh?
Ukraine FFP drone mercilessly wipes out North Korean soldiers one by one.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Anyway, fuck.
On a different note.
On a different note.
Hey,
Germany's back to fuckery.
They are, yes.
It's great that this review found. I haven't read it, watched it yet.
I have.
Right, I haven't watched it yet. Right, came out just 6 months after the weapons ban on Germany's got lifted.
Yes.
and that, so they can produce their own army again, a naval force.
So before we get into it, shout out to TLDR News EU, because they made this video. It's about the German AfD party. I don't remember what AfD stands for, but I know they tell you in this video. So again, I watched it earlier.
Yeah, and we'll go through the manifesto and see if it's best to hold any water, shall we?
I went through this earlier, and like I'm not saying they're Nazis. I'm not saying they're National Socialist. All I am saying is a lot of the shit they say sounds a lot similar to a lot of the shit Hitler said. And you know, I think people should be a little more worried about that. You know, like, Germany looks like it's gonna try and go free for fucking free in World Wars as the no-no team.
Brilliant.
Oh, well.
Last weekend, at a conference in Riesa, Saxony, around 600 members of the Alternative for Deutschland, or AfD party, adopted their final manifesto for Germany's federal election in February. As well as sharpening their language on migration, they also confirmed their candidate for Chancellor, the former Goldman Sachs analyst Alice Weidel, who just days before...
Why did they pick her?
Oh, just wait.
Live-streamed a friendly chat with billionaire Elon Musk on X, with some delegates reportedly shouting Alles für Deutschland, a wordplay on the banned Nazi slogan Alles für Deutschland. So in this video, we'll take a look at the AfD's
That's the first warning sign.
Yeah.
That's your first warning sign right there. It's just...
Yeah.
Like right off the bat, the first bit of information you get about this party is a bunch of their supporters are making a Nazi joke, just right out of the gate.
To be fair though, probably you can read anything in German, and it sounds like it can sound very aggressive.
True, but that one is a straight out Nazi joke.
It is, yes.
Is the thing, which is a bit fucked.
Action manifesto, what their main policies are, and how much sense they make in practice.
Also, trigger warning, this might get a bit tough for some people. Again, I've gone through this already.
Explore which world leaders are winning and which are losing every week with our new podcast, The World Leader Leaderboard. Find it over on the TLDR Podcast YouTube channel or in your favourite podcast app. A quick note before we get into it though, that at the time of writing, only the draft version of the AfD's manifesto is available on the Bundestag website. We're using this as the main source for our video, along with other German news sources to corroborate the bits we're quoting.
With most drafts generally make out full runs anyway.
That's it. Like usually, like your earlier drafts for manifestos tend to be pretty much, like at least like general sweep, like the same shit as what gets put out as the final.
Yeah.
Like it's usually
All our
just, like,
sources,
grammar and like exact wording that changes, but like the general
which can change a lot,
stays the
but
same.
It's not, I mean, in a bill that can change a lot, in a manifesto, not really much.
Yeah.
are linked in the video description below. Now let's get into the manifesto, starting with immigration. The AfD is undoubtedly best known in Germany and abroad for its strict closed border and anti-asylum policies. Their manifesto pledges to, quote, close Germany's asylum paradise, which would involve mass deportations through a, quote, comprehensive repatriation offensive.
Okay, that one's, it sounds bad with what we've worded it, but again, it's a German language, so I don't word it peacefully anyway.
Mm.
But I can understand what's going on, because, let's be honest, in the recent past 10 years, they've took in millions.
You say that, but you haven't heard the explanation yet.
I was going for
you've just heard the name of the proposal.
Yeah, but I can see it from a policy point of view why they're doing it for, because they've had a lot of asylums come in, and it caused a lot of problems in Germany itself.
Correct, but also,
but let's keep going.
Give it time. You may choose to regret this soon.
As part of this, the AfD says it will repatriate criminals, dangerous persons, and all Syrian citizens who are no longer entitled to protection, and that they will then proceed in a similar way with persons from other asylum countries. Other immigration policies include processing asylum claims outside of Germany, removing all immigration and asylum quotas, ending the resettlement scheme for Afghan refugees, and reducing benefits for migrants, including lowering the minimum subsistence level for those awaiting deportation.
Again, I can't not say anything too bad with that one.
Well, considering that Germany's minimum fucking substance level for those waiting deportation is already an unlivable level,
Yeah.
there's one problem right off the bat.
That's one problem I can see, but the rest of it, I mean, Syria's technically a stable country now, theoretically.
Yeah.
You know, the Afghani
I think
resettlement.
everyone would disagree, but okay.
I said technically, by the world political standards, it's a stable country. Whereas in Germany, it is not entirely.
I feel like it's really not, but like,
The Afghan resettlement scheme, that should have been ended a long time ago. Because the war's been over in that country for what? Best part of it, 5-10 years now?
Which country?
Afghanistan.
No, Afghans still technically in the middle of a war.
That's who?
Themselves. They're still technically embroiled in the midst of a civil war.
I mean, kicking out criminals and stuff like that. Yeah, go ahead.
That's the one bit where I can say, yeah, fair, is like get rid of the ones that've got like been doing crimes and shit. Like that one, fair.
Yeah.
The other one's like, you did this once before, and like it led to a lot of other problems.
I mean, examining claims outside of the country, I always agree that should be the first.
The external claims process, not against that one. That one kind of makes the most sense.
Yeah, go to an embassy outside and work from there, and the embassy can try you in. That's where it should have worked in the first place. Reducing migrants' benefits.
Again, given Germany's already got the lowest, well, not quite the lowest, but one of the lowest fucking benefit rates for migrants in Europe.
Yeah.
It's a bit. You kind of got a hard fucking neck there, Germany. Like, you've already give them basically fuck all compared to
There's kind of questionable things here, but a couple of ones that do make sense at the same time.
Yeah, like there are things where if they were implemented in say France, or even here, where like we do give over quite a lot of resource.
More than we should do.
Yeah, fair. It would be somewhat understandable. Germany saying this shit, it's like, you already don't fucking give them anything, you dickheads. You like most of the migrants living in Germany can barely fucking feed themselves.
Yeah.
You know, like at least our fucking immigrants, we give them like decent benefit income where they can afford, you know, alright food and like have a house. You know, does it screw over the rest of us? Yeah, a little bit, but at the same time, we're not talking about us, are we? We're talking about you, Germany. Fuck you.
Let's keep going.
The party also wants to end all refugee support services, as well as state funding for NGOs in this area. Implementing these policies, by the way, would likely require Germany to withdraw from the EU's new migration pact.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, because the EU is not going to be fond on that idea.
Yeah, because the EU technically has the freedom of travel still linked as part of the membership problem. And that. So that's not going to go.
It's not going to fly with the EU.
It's not, no. Belgium's not going to like that too much.
I don't think any of the EU is going to like that much. I might just back in Belgium.
Well, Belgium's technically the capital of the EU.
True, but like Poland's like, no, fuck, never mind. So I was about to say Poland's in charge of it right now. That's NATO I'm thinking of, not fucking the EU. It's like Poland's the current, is it?
NATO launch point, yes.
No, the other one. The NATO's equivalent to like a prime minister.
No.
Every 6 months, like a new country's in charge of NATO, but it's a NATO country, and they swap it out every 6 months in 6 month spans.
I know what you're about. Yes.
Poland's that one currently.
No, what you're on about there is like the Poland holds the the organisational power of NATO.
That yeah.
But the actual problem is because NATO's not technically, because Poland's not on the Security Council, which is only made up of 5 countries. They can't technically take rule over NATO. So like 5 countries like US, England, France, Russia.
No, Russia's not in NATO anymore.
No. It's part of the UN Security Council, don't rule NATO. So UK, America, France.
Even then, no, Russia's not on the UN anymore.
Yeah, Russia's not on the UN anymore.
Yeah, they're not even on the Security Council anymore. They got fucking shafted.
Germany, I think, is on the Security Council. I'm not too sure.
Fuck, I'm trying to remember from modern studies. US is on it.
UN.
Well, I say it's Germany, France. I want to say Spain, and somebody else. I think there's 6 of them total.
Here we go. 5 permanent members: China, France, Russia, Russian Federation, UK, and the United States. The 5 permanent members.
No, that can't be fucking right.
On the United States website, so.
Huh.
United Nations website.
I remember Russia being like kicked off of.
No, it's
The
still
Security
technically
Council,
part
but-
of the UN.
Again, maybe it's NATO I'm thinking of where they got told to fuck off, but
There were 10 non-members, which are like currently Denmark, Greece, Ghana, Pakistan, Burma, and South Korea. No, Republic of Korea. It's North Korea, isn't it?
no, Republic of Korea South.
South, yeah.
Yeah.
Sierra Leone, fuck off.
Mhm.
Slovenia and Somalia.
Yeah, Sierra Leone's slated to join this year.
Yeah.
As
I
is,
forgot about China being like part of the member because the Security Council technically formed at the end of World War II.
Yeah.
I know Japan.
It must be NATO I'm thinking of that Russia got told to fuck off from then.
Probably, yeah, because I know
Yeah.
Russia's been using their.
So that was fairly recently.
Because Russia's been using their Security Council vote to veto a lot of shit in the UN.
Yeah.
Which they're right as a part of the family member, so.
True, but I still feel like we should be getting them told to fuck right off with
Yeah.
it. Like, you shouldn't be allowed to veto shit, you know?
I know,
It
but-
should be a democratic process of everyone votes majority takes, but
I know Japan is England to get on permanent Security Council member.
they've been trying for a while, but there's a lot of tension between them and the US at the minute for reasons, so.
Its main reason for that one is because the game of Germany, the restriction on what they can do with their military is now gone, and they've ramped up and they've basically now just rebranded the GSGF
Yeah.
as the GFEF.
Which, like, fair.
So it's gone from self-defense force to an actual force. America's like, you've done that once before, and they rebrand all their actual Coast Guard, which were technically Coast Guard ships,
Yes.
as actual naval vessels.
But to be fair, though, it's kind of Japan's right to have, like, a military force, so,
Yeah.
like, you ask me, the Americans can away and fuck off, but.
Yeah, but they were saying what the Japan being too sneaky over because they basically just rebranded like the Coast Guard to the actual Navy.
To be fair though, we all knew they were gonna do it. We've
Oh,
all
aye.
known they were gonna do it since the 1970s. Like,
To be fair, the Coast Guard, the ships after the Coast Guard were way over-engineered to be Coast Guard vessels.
and again,
Let's
like,
be fair.
like it was kind of fucking obvious, like they were gonna do that. Even if their shit was horrid, we all knew they were gonna do that.
Yeah,
It was obvious that was gonna be the plan. It's been obvious since 1976 that was the plan.
yeah.
Like,
And like I've always said though, the term that they put on of like blocking the military engagements outside their own country was always far too long.
I mean, yeah, like it was a massive like overstep.
I mean,
of,
let's not what we
like it's been what, like 100 and odd years.
Technically, this is roughly the 50s when the all final negotiations were all settled and done.
Mm-hmm.
And we just started. So the 50s to now is what, 50, 60, 75 years?
About that, yeah. Yeah, because we're in 2025 now. 2000 would give you 50, so yeah, 75 years.
Yeah. They've been blocked from actually engaging in like foreign military actions. Which means they couldn't like, get any allies because they, well, what are you gonna do? Well, you can't help us militarily, can you? Well, no, we can't, but we're rooting for you.
If you ask me, it should have been like a 10-year ban, but
I mean, I'd say 20.
yeah, okay, 20 would have been fair, yeah. 10 might have been a little quick. 20 would have been fair enough.
Good,
75 was a piss take.
You gotta give the country time to stabilise out and,
Yeah, kind of, learn the lesson and
Yeah.
move on, like.
you know. But no, 75 years was like a brutal.
Yeah, but the Germans, it kind of made sense, like, they kind of fucking started it.
Yeah.
Like all I'm saying is, like, Italy was there day one, we didn't hit them with that kind of sanction, did we? Like,
No, I think they got a 20-year ban. Then because they switched sides halfway in the war.
and even then, they only switched sides because, they got their shit rocked.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I think,
And even then, I still blame the Sicilians more than I blame the rest of Italy for Italy getting their shit rocked. But
even like,
then I'm just a traditional Italian who's racist against the Sicilians.
like Austria and Hungary didn't get that kind of like sanction.
They didn't know. After World War One, they didn't get any of those sanctions.
Yeah.
The only sanction they were really hit with was were forced to disband the Austro-Hungarian Union,
Yeah.
separating the two separate countries.
Yeah, and they had to hand over coal and steel restoration profits
Yes,
from the mines. That was it. Even that only lasted 10 years.
I think it was 12, but yeah.
You know, I mean, I say Germany can understand because it's like, say, after World War One, they got the same ban. Like, don't do it. Don't be knocking. Oh, you're doing it again. Ah, shit. You know.
Yeah.
But Japan's always been, once it lost, they kind of like the whole fire went out. They just like, didn't bother with anything else after that.
Again, mainly because they weren't allowed to fucking bother with anything else.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, probably what made the weird dynamic in Japan because like, the military has like a lot of political power.
yeah.
And Japan has absolutely none, which is odd for a country to have no political power influence whatsoever. Because like even like now with the JSF, the Defense Force,
Yeah.
they get a lot of shit from the Diet, which is like their Congress, for being lazy and useless. Like, well, they can't do anything because of the fucking policies.
Yeah.
But you still need them as a defense force in case you are attacked. Yeah, but they're too lazy. They should be doing something. Like what?
Yeah, like, what would you like them fucking doing? Like, they're not allowed to do anything, so what are they gonna fucking do? Like,
There's only so many training missions you can do.
yeah. Well, only so many trade missions you can do in Japan.
Yeah.
You know, like,
And like I said, the main naval base in Okinawa, I think, is still occupied by American forces anyway.
I believe it is, yes.
They've got a permanent base set up there now.
Yeah. To be fair, there's been like rumors of like there being a potential deal happening with that, like in the next few years. So
I don't see America giving it up.
I don't know. There's been some rumors going around that
So,
the US are considering approaching Japan with a negotiation over control of the Okinawan naval base.
I don't see America giving it up. I think they're renting it longer, but I don't see them giving it up because that will remove their main influence in the Oceania theatre. And beyond Okinawa is the home of the 8th, but I think it's the 9th Fleet currently.
I think it's the 9th is currently stationed at Okinawa, yeah.
Yeah, so that would move 9th Fleet out of the way and cut down the support from the naval force in the China Strait,
Yeah.
which America would not do at all at this point in time.
I mean, to be fair, they still have other options over there.
I mean, there's still, but I don't see America doing it.
I mean, I could at this point, to be fair.
And
I
l-
could see it happening.
Unless they get that, because I know they're working on trying to work out a deal with the Philippines to set up a base back there. Pretty much they're looking at going rebuilding their US NOGO
Yeah.
as a small naval port. So they got that deal going. I can see them then maybe sharing it, but I don't see them outright pulling back from it.
I don't know, like, it's the US. I don't really give them much credit in terms of intelligence, you know, like.
They might do what they do with us is they might share because they share one of the Falkland Islands naval base with us.
Yeah, we let them use the Falklands for some of their shit.
Yeah, so they might do
Mostly
something.
just like refits and things like.
So I might do something similar. But I know America's after some tech from Japan from one of their new cruises they brought out.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it was though. It's one of the new
Oh,
ones.
I've not fucking clue. I do not keep up with like fucking military tech these days, but.
I know the one they're after is the prop and radar tracking system, which uses the tsunami buoys
Fair.
as a way of tracking naval vessels through the waters. Is what they're after.
I don't know why, given America doesn't really have any tsunami buoys, but
They do.
fair.
Hawaii has a lot around Hawaii and a lot around the Californian coast has them.
So we've got next to no tsunami buoys.
Yeah.
Compared to how many they realistically should fucking have.
Yeah, I think they've got like about 405 buoys, where Japan has like 1,000 in their waters.
Yet both countries have next to fuck all compared to how many they really should have.
Yeah. But Japan's got enough actually out there to actually track the naval vessel passing through the buoy waters because they're checking about the depth of the water around it.
That as well, like, let's be fair, that's only really helpful if you're in water that has tsunami buoys in it.
Yes.
That's gonna do less than fuck all if you're in like the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. where there's no buoys of any fucking kind.
Yeah, because no tsunamis and
Which, you know, I would argue makes it completely fucking worthless technology, but then again, I suppose I'm not a naval engineer, so what the fuck do I know?
I mean, I think it only really works again, like say around countries that like areas that have like a lot of buoys. So Hawaii would be perfect,
Again, not really.
which has quite a few of them because they do get hit by tsunamis quite frequently.
Again, compared to how many they should have, not really.
Philippines has some, like Japan does. I think China has a couple, but not many, because Japan's in the way.
Yeah.
Or they're getting hit by a tsunami. I think Alaska has a few, but even then they don't have.
I think Alaska's got like 15.
Because like everyone says, so much Alaska, what damage is really going to do there?
I think Alaska only has them as like a precaution thing of like.
I think it's more
they're
recent.
technically at risk from like one specific angle of possibly a tsunami.
Yeah, I
If
think
like an underwater earthquake happened at just the right angle on a Tuesday at 3:15 p.m.
With a full moon.
Under a full moon during light rain.
yeah,
Like, with a wind speed of 32 miles an hour blowing southwest.
and what a lone moose attacking the
Yeah,
and the
you know,
narwhal.
like it's like an oddly specific scenario has to occur for Alaska to be at risk of a tsunami, so they have them just in case. But
Yeah, I think
it's like so fucking ridiculously unlikely to occur that it's kind of just a pointless exercise.
I think it's more for research purposes on like tidal movements
Pretty
than anything
much.
else.
Like, yeah, it's pretty much all they get used for anymore up there.
I think
but-
tidal movements and iceberg shifting from the glacier, the Alaskan glacier.
Which even then it doesn't really pick up much activity from that.
Yeah. Ugh.
What's interesting, though, is that the AFD actually sharpened their migration policy between their draft and final manifestos at their party conference. Members voted to delete a statement from the draft about welcoming European workers under the EU's Free Movement Agreement, and also passed an amendment to add the controversial term remigration into their manifesto. For context, remigration is an ethno-nationalist idea, usually espoused by far-right extremists, which involves forcing or promoting the return of people not of European heritage back to their place of racial origin, without regard to their citizenship status. At the start of last year,
Yeah, that one's a bit more fucky.
Yeah.
I know repatriation's one of the ones generally used for like refugees, but actively like not knocking people with actual citizenship out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know that thing America's actively doing? Or about to be actively doing?
no, they are doing repatriation of like the asylum seekers, but want citizenship, so keep it. Well,
They've already said, regardless of if you have citizenship or not, if you've lived, I think it's less, if you've lived in the US for less than, I believe it's 5 years, you're at risk of being sent back. Children of illegal immigrants, even if the child was born in the US, will be sent back with the parents
yeah, I know.
as well. So like technically they're still doing the exact same shit.
I know the anchor babies issue is hot topic over there at the moment,
Yeah.
and that because I can understand why they're going about, because like a lot of kids came over pregnant, had the kid in American hospital, because then the kid technically an American citizen,
It is, yes.
and then the parents they have to like be there with the kid now, so technically got a backdoor citizenship deal out of it.
Yes.
Which I can understand why America's very knocky over that, because that's a blatant violation of.
True, but it doesn't give you the right to like throw a hissy fit for your fuck up of allowing that loophole to exist and shaft everyone involved.
Yeah. You know,
Like, what they should be doing is fix that fucking loophole.
I think they have now.
You know, and basically saying everyone who got away, like, did it. Well played, you got away with it. Cause like, you know what? You can't even be fucking mad.
I think they have pretty much now fixed that loophole. Cause then you
Oh
have,
fuck no, it's still very exploitable.
remember they have you there for at least a year before giving birth, before you can technically class your child as an American citizen.
No.
Unless it's,
One year in US border, regardless of citizenship status and regardless of time of birth. So long as at least one parent has been on US soil for at least 12 months before the citizenship application forms are filled out for the new child, then they are accepted for it.
most of the states think there's no Texas people abolished it.
No, it's a federal level thing, so Texas can disagree with it, but they still have to let it go.
Fair enough. 'Cause I know Trump's doing the same thing, like find anyone's got like a criminal record and bounce them straight out the country.
Yeah.
Which again, it's a fair enough thing.
I disagree. I disagree vehemently.
Really?
Like, if it's a case of like, oh yeah, they committed a burglary in the US. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Get rid of that, dude. If it's like, yeah, he committed a murder back in 1976 in Mexico.
No,
I feel like that guy should be Gucci. Like, he did one murder. It was like fucking 50 years ago. It's fine.
No, I think they're mainly focusing on current crimes in the US.
Still.
Rather than the... I know the border one is checking for criminal records on the border. Like, you got a criminal record, you're getting heavily scrutinised while you're crossing the border. Which, to be fair, every country should be doing regardless of the fact.
Yeah.
I mean, Australia does it all the time, and they don't even bitch at them for it.
To be fair, that's because like everyone's kind of long accepted that Australia's just a bit fucking racist, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
And I think currently focused on anyone's got current criminal record or active criminal record in the US
Yeah.
is getting booted straight off first.
Which even then is like, depends on what the crime is. Like, yeah, if it's like, yeah, he committed a murder last Tuesday, yeah, fair. Robbed a bank, yeah, fair. But if it's something like, yeah, they've been shoplifting, yeah, like, the US economy's kind of fucked, understandable.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like let that one slide.
But I think it's like major crime, anything classified as a felony, currently, is what I'm looking at.
In fairness, under US law, shoplifting can hit felony level, so...
Yeah, if you stop at anything over like $1,000 in one shot.
Something like that, yeah.
So $1,000 in one run, I think, classified as a felony. Again, that depends on state to state.
Yeah, and even then, like, because of like how they describe, like one like attempt under their laws, it's kind of like technically one run can last a week if you fuck up right.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Depends, again, it's one of those state specific ones on that one.
yeah.
What's a felony, what's not.
But again, that's not how felonies should work. But
Because I think New York is kind of like, I think like 250 quid or something.
I think so. Yeah, I think it's like 250, 300.
250 or an item which can be worth up to a value of something. So whether it's actually on sale or not, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Where Texas is the current value of a product up to I think 1,000 for a felony.
I think that's what it is for Texas. Yeah.
Or you have to commit I think like 5 shopliftings in a space of a month. Can then boost them all to felony level after that.
Something
Which is
like
that one I kind of agree with. Like if you shoplift 5 times, you caught 5 times. Like, okay, fuck you. In there you go.
I don't know, like, nah. I can see plenty of scenarios where like somebody might have to shoplift like more than 5 times a month just to scrape by.
Yeah,
Like, especially in the US economy, I could see it quite easily being a situation.
I can see, but I was to say that we've got to have like a line in the sand where, you know.
I don't know. When it comes to like shoplifting, I feel like shoplifting 9 times out of 10 is a crime of necessity, not a crime of greed. 9 out of 10 shoplifters you find worldwide, they're doing it just to fucking scrape by. Because they're on the bones of their fucking arse. Less than nothing in their fucking name.
I agree with you if they're shoplifting like food and baby products.
Yeah.
If they're shoplifting fucking plasma screen TVs or high-end
that
clothes,
one's fair enough. Like, that should just get counted as grand larceny. But like,
you know, which a lot of them are, and say they claim it's necessity, not a chance.
yeah.
That's what a lot of the BLM did in New York when they rioted.
Yeah, during the riots.
It's necessity. Oh, you need Levi jeans, do you?
I mean, in fairness, like jeans, I still count. Like, if you're shoplifting clothes, yeah, fair. Like, even if you are like Levi's and shit, like if I was gonna shoplift clothes, I ain't gonna fucking check what brand they are. I might just grab them. I'm gonna grab the first pair of fucking jeans I see.
Yeah.
Like I feel like shoplifting clothing should count under the same as like food and baby products. Of like, you kinda need clothes to not freeze to death. So
I agree with you I got a limit though, and that was like, fair enough, like Levi's, like denim, that type of stuff, hard wearing clothes. We gotta go into like the Prada store and shop from their products. That's not fucking necessity. That's you being a twat.
true, but also like, to be fair, with brands like Prada and Gucci and like all these high-end brands, where it's like, yes, give us £40,000 for a sliver of plastic.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, like, I have no sympathy for those brands whatsoever. Like, it would be like somebody being mad because you robbed the fucking Alfa Romeo factory Frankly, that shouldn't even count as a crime at this point.
We actually get nowhere.
Like,
Yeah, though, yeah, you rob.
it's not like the cars are shit. I mean, like, it shouldn't count as a crime because it's a massive brand that only caters to rich people. Like, at this point, fuck it. At this point, eat the rich. Like, fuck the bourgeoisie. Down with the system. Anarchy. Total fucking anarchy.
Views of Miss Vegas.
Realistically, would it be worse than what we currently have going on? Like, at this point, realistically speaking, in the last 5 years, has democracy really been that fucking helpful? We've had a whole ass pandemic that fucked everyone. Right? We've had like 4 fucking wars back to back. Right? We've had countless riots, 4 fucking like assassination attempts of a US president, a US president with Alzheimer's for some fucking ungodly reason. Right?
Yeah.
Countless terrorist attacks across like globally, about 72% of which are not being talked about anywhere. Like, at this point, fuck it. Fuck it. Burn down the government buildings. Let's give up on this democracy bullshit. Let's just burn it down and fucking start again. Start from fucking scratch. Destroy the government buildings, kill the rich guys, burn all the money, try this whole civilization shit again, like take it from the top. We'll go back to 1810 and we'll fucking try again, gentlemen. Because clearly we've fucked something up somewhere between 1810 and now. I don't know what we fucked up in that time frame, but it was something because shit ain't going right.
Technically, politicians has a job.
I rest my case.
Because I think.
Burn the government buildings, kill the politicians, and eat the rich.
Because I think before the House of Lords technically ran the show. Before then.
And we're killing and eating them too.
And then they probably the House of Lords don't get paid for their service and thingy.
If it's chain, it's free game. Not really what I mean, but like, yeah, sure. Like, I more mean like if it's like a brand like, you know, Tesla, Alfa Romeo, you know, Ferrari, Lamborghini. You know, I don't know why I'm only listing car brands here. You know, like, you know, Prada, you know, Levi, you know, all these big rich cunt fucking brands where us peasantry could never afford their products if we tried. I say fuck them. Frankly, fuck them. Right? If you're running a clothing company like Levi's, where it's gonna cost me a mortgage to buy a pair of jeans, I say fuck you and the horse you rode in on. You deserve to be robbed. At gunpoint by a madman. Preferably Trevor Phillips.
Why Trevor Phillips?
Because he was the craziest protagonist in GTA 5, that's why. And frankly, I wouldn't be that upset if I saw a very rich man get bludgeoned to death with a bread. I would not be upset if I saw a civilian pick up a loaf of Hovis and bludgeon Elon Musk to death with it. And like, and I don't even have anything against Elon Musk realistically. But I wouldn't be upset if I saw that in tomorrow's headlines.
I mean,
Elon Musk murdered by Hovis.
I mean, why would people saying, "Oh, like you getting eat the rich" type of thing?
Yeah, eat the rich.
Right.
Fuck them. There's more poor people than there are rich people. Why are we letting them run the show? There's enough of us.
My question is, why persecuting him? The fact he did work.
It's not about the fact he did work. I'm persecuting him because he's a fucking cunt. That's why.
You know, he worked.
As well, you say he did work. No, he fucking didn't. He inherited a fucking emerald mine from his father. His father did work. Elon Musk hasn't actually done a bit of work in his fucking life. He inherited a fucking emerald mine, sat in his arse for 30 fucking years, and then opened a car company. That's all Elon Musk fucking done. You know, and then he opened a fucking space agency because, quite frankly, he had a midlife crisis. Then had another midlife crisis and bought Twitter. Elon Musk hasn't done a fucking honest day's work in his fucking life, and I'm sick of motherfuckers pretending he has.
I'm not pretending he has.
Right? Elon Musk ain't done shit. Elon Musk, he's a soft-hand motherfucker. He ain't never touched a brick. He's never planted a brick. He's never dug a hole. I'm convinced Elon Musk doesn't know what colour grass is.
So you're classify people who have ever done any work other than manual labour jobs.
Yes. As someone who has worked manual labour in the past, yes.
So therefore,
If you've never at least once in your life touched a hammer, you haven't done a hard day's work in your fucking life.
doctors and nurses
Correct.
have to be eaten as well.
Yes. Yes, especially American ones, yes, because they make way too much fucking money. No, most UK doctors, no, because at least most UK doctors do come from a working class background and have had abusive fathers who have made them build a shelf. Right, you find me an American doctor who's had an abusive dad. I fucking dare you to find me one. You won't. Because they all come from rich fucking families with bourgeoisie dads who own fucking car dealerships in back alley ends of Detroit.
To be fair,
Making good money.
most doctors in Texas and some states are from military.
That's another case of never done a fucking hard day's work in their life. That's why they became doctors, because they're work-shy fucking layabouts. They saw Daddy Dearest come home from the fucking war, missing an eye and a fucked up arm, and they went, that looks like hard work, that whole being disabled from the army bullshit does.
No.
I ain't about that life, I'm gonna become a doctor, because they're lazy pricks.
I think that 45%,
Fuck 'em.
I think at least
Fuck 'em
75% of doctors in Texas have actually served in the military.
Work-shy fucking layabouts. Fucking...
As usual, I will say this: the views of Vegas are not the views of the whole show.
Correct. But also, fuck you, we're not the BBC. I'm saying shit.
Here, the German media reported that AfD affiliates had held secret gatherings discussing wide-scale remigration plans that included targeting German citizens with an immigration background. This sparked outrage across Germany, and the AfD was forced to publish a statement clarifying that it does not differentiate between German citizens with and without a migration background. Despite this, the party now appears to have doubled down on its use of the term, with Weidel saying she wanted to, quote, repatriate on a large scale. I have to tell you quite honestly, if it's called remigration, then it's called remigration. Their use of the term has caused all of Germany's other parties to rule out going into coalition with it. So even if the AfD performs well at the federal election, this issue could well keep them out of power. Anyway, let's move on to the economy now. The AfD is squarely right-wing, pro-market and in favour of deregulation, lower taxes and a smaller welfare state. They want to, quote, reduce state interventions in the market to a minimum and reduce what they call stifling bureaucracy by abolishing the EU's Supply Chain Act, which requires companies with over 1,000 employees in Germany to identify and mitigate risks to human rights and the environment in their supply chains. They also want to abolish the German Packaging Act, which is aimed at reducing plastic and making recycling more efficient, reduce sustainability reporting, simplify GDPR, and drastically reduce regulations for farmers. Their hope is that by cutting bureaucracy, taxes, and welfare spending, this will stimulate enough GDP growth to offset any new borrowing or any decline in living standards lower down the income distribution. Whether it will work will depend on how an open, free market economy will fare against the rise of protectionism in places like China and the US. In other words, whether deregulation alone will be enough to make German exports internationally competitive again, even with...
Okay, there's about 3 points that's fairly decent in that proposal. Deregulation, the farmer bullshit.
That one's fair.
That was fair. The EU protection part thing is a red tape nightmare.
True, but also, like, getting rid of the legislation that protects, fucking human rights is probably a bad idea.
Yeah, that one's a bit of a bad idea.
Long term, that might be a fucking bad idea.
I can see where they're going with it, but then they veered quite hard left on that one. I remove the government out from...
Left? Fucking left? I think you find they veered hard fucking right on that one.
Yeah, the next one, I can top of my head from what I just said. The government removing themselves from the actual intervention of businesses.
That one's fair.
I've always agreed with that one. The government should back off it a lot more.
The government should be bailing out failing companies and shit.
Yeah.
Let them go fucking bankrupt. It's their own fault.
Yeah, because the financial crunch we're in now still stimulates from the fucking the banking crisis where some of the banks
crash.
We could have failed. Ours is Northern Rock, which fucked her over a lot of the time.
Which, if you ask me, we should have just let the banks fail. Fuck it.
Yes.
We should have let the banks collapse and let new banks take over. Because what could have gone wrong? Fuck it. If the banks were stupid enough to crash, we should have let them be stupid enough to burn.
Yes.
Fuck them. Eat the rich.
Now, I also agree that the protectionism between America and China is quite heavily on that one. I mean, I know Germany's after is to push their economy out in the car market. And always do, but the problem with the German cars, like what people say, is German cars haven't been, they're good cars, but they're way of engineered, so not many people can actually work on the fucking things.
Yeah, like no fucking mechanic ever wants to work on a fucking BMW.
No, because it's a fucking mechanical nightmare. Same with Mercedes and that type of things.
Volkswagen.
You know, my Ford outside is like basically a block, some wires and a few shoestrings. You know, half the electrics don't work fully, but the car still drives. If you do that to a BMW, the car's going nowhere.
Yeah, you know, like the thing with like German cars is they're hard to break, but they're also fucking hard to fix.
Yeah, once they do
Because
break.
they're over engineered so fucking much. Like the over engineering is good on one front of it makes them hard to break, but they're so over engineered that when they do break, something that should be a simple 5-minute fix turns into an 8-hour job to fix. You know,
I mean, the only car that really did that in recent memory is like the Nissan Z350, I think it is.
something like that. Yeah.
GT, the new sports car. We've got like a fuse box for every component needed that if the car crashed and you need to fix it. Is behind the dashboard.
Yes.
Right behind the dashboard.
Yes.
Behind a metal pillar,
Yes.
which dashboard's attached to.
Yes.
So you have to take out the dashboard,
Yes.
cut the pillar out the way
Yep.
to get to it,
Yes.
to replace it, then somehow we weld the pillar back into place. And then put the dashboard back on, which is like 1 billion screws
Fuck
to do.
it. You ask me, the dashboard only needs 4. 6 at a push.
I think mine has like 9, I think.
4 to 6, realistically, is all you need. 1 for each corner, maybe 2 in the
I
middle.
mean, that's one thing I could say about
Not
American cars. American cars are cheerful vehicles. I mean, I think you buy like a high-end American car costs about 30 grand.
It's about that, yeah.
Well, our high-end starts at like 100,000.
The only problem though with like American cars is, as we all know, they can't turn
Yeah.
because America refuses to build corners.
Yeah, they don't handle very well. I mean, long distance runs, like on straight roads.
Oh yeah, like fucking take up the motorway, easy peasy.
Yeah.
The second you have to take like a sharp left, oh, you're fucked. You're going into a tree, mate.
Yeah, you have to slow right down and slow.
Because like American cars, they either understeer to shit, so you're going into the tree, or they oversteer like a motherfucker, so you're going into the barrier.
Yeah.
There's no, like, every other car in, like, car manufacturer in the world has figured out you need that happy middle ground of turn.
Yeah.
America goes all the way oversteer, so you die by hitting a barrier,
Yeah.
you know, or, you know, like, even worse, you know, you turn and the car does a fucking spin out, and then you hit a tree and die. Or they go all the way the other way into understeer, so you try and take the turn and the car refuses to turn, so you hit the tree and you die. Or the car just goes fucking straight on and doesn't turn, and you hit the barrier instead and you fucking die.
The problem is that America still makes a Lincoln,
Correct.
which
Which is also a piece of shit.
is, don't get us wrong, they built that for comfort, which is, don't get us wrong, it's probably a very comfortable car.
Yes, but again, doesn't turn for shit, horrible fucking horsepower, dog shit acceleration,
Yeah.
dog shit top speed, breakable as fuck. I'm pretty sure if you sneezed at it in the wrong direction with too much gusto, it would fall apart. The Lincoln Continental is a piece of shit. I'm tired of American fucking idiots believing it's God's gift to automotive. It is not.
And
It is a terrible fucking car, and I hate the country that made it.
That's not the sheer size of the fucking thing.
I mean, yeah, it's way too fucking big.
I mean, it's like a week's walking around it.
Yeah, it's too fucking big. It understeers to fuck. It's got all the handling of a fridge.
Well, like a though, right?
Frankly, that's an insult to the fridge. You'd get better steering if you got a fridge. You put fucking roller wheels on the bottom of you, an office chair, and you steered it with a paddle. You would genuinely get more fucking control out of that than you do a Lincoln Continental.
And that's not though. What about the Continental? My favorite part about it is, right, what it's classified as a number 6 has in. Give the sheer size of the thing.
Yes,
You think, well, I can hold like 9 people in there.
a 4.
Yeah, it's a 4-seater car.
4-seater car. And it's the size of a small Humvee.
Small. It's bigger than Humvee.
Yeah, it's about the size of a small Humvee.
No, it is the.
Yeah, I'm taking the Humvee's vertical height and turning it into like horizontal.
All right, I gotta say,
like See,
Like I say, width
like in
and
terms
length.
of square mileage, it's about equal to a small Humvee.
I just kind of like length and width. It's bigger than the fucking Humvee is.
Yeah, but with the Humvee's height, it kind of evens it back out. You know, like squared.
What
You
do
take
you
the
know-
size by square footage.
What-
Technically,
Well, do you know about the
it's
Lincoln though?
about the same.
You get a lot of people like just like low rider, just slam it to the ground. Like, why did you do that?
It was funny.
You know, there are no suspension to begin with. Well, sorry, this suspension, but it's like
Dog shit.
bringing it fucking like boing.
Like literally everything in the Lincoln Continental is dog shit. There's not a bit of that car that is good. All of it fucking sucks. None of it's good. It's all horrible.
I mean, what do the one car the GM made, the Ford Taurus.
Yes.
This
Which is also shit.
their general purpose family car,
Yes.
saloon car.
Rusts in the fucking rain.
Yeah, rust in the rain. I think still uses leaf spring suspension on it,
It does, yes.
and that. It's
Like there are 2 American car brands that I have any respect for. And even then, I don't count one of them as American, I count one of them as British. Because it was a British family that founded said fucking company. And those companies are as follows: Dodge and Shelby. And even then, Shelby's technically ours. I will forever argue that.
well, you remember the Shelby's?
I don't care if they're based in America. They were the Shelby family came out of fucking Manchester. They're a British.
The problem with Shelby is Shelby's technically part of the Ford group. Because
They are now, but they were originally just a standalone company.
because the Shelby.
They made one car and then got bought by Ford.
Yeah, then the Shelby Cobra.
Yes.
Then they moved on to the Mustang. Then they put the Shelby brand onto the 1965
GT
Mustang.
series. It was the GT series.
The GT 5000, I think, was the original first one they did.
I believe it was 5,000. Yeah.
The 68 V12 model,
Yes.
which I still say is one of the best cars ever built.
Yes. Easily.
I mean, that's one of my dream cars to get my hand on out. But the first thing I would do is when I buy it, is like take the body off, remove all suspension, and replace that with Japanese aftermarket parts.
Fair.
So I've got suspension that works. Take the steering rack out, replace that
Yeah. Again, fair. Yeah.
with something that actually works. Get the engine out, and then actually take the engine to an actual mechanic, and get them so they actually get the actual horsepower out that it should be. Because a V12 engine, I think a 40 V12 engine, should not be making only 320 brake horsepower.
They should be hitting 360 minimum.
Should be nearly 500 of that kind of size.
Even with limiters, like minimum, you should be looking at 360.
You know. But yeah, I mean I think the worst one's the what's it called? The Supernatural. The Dodge. Is that Dodge, isn't it?
No. That was not a Dodge that he used in Supernatural.
What was it again?
That was a Lincoln Continental.
That was not Lincoln Continental they used.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Sam's car.
Yeah.
Or Dean's car, sorry to say.
Yeah, the black fucking little sedan piece of shit.
That was not Lincoln Continental.
I'm about 70% sure that that was a Lincoln Continental. Tural. Oh no, you're right. Yeah, I think it might have been an Impala.
Yeah, it was Impala.
Yeah, Sophie just put it in the chat. It was an Impala. Thank you, Sophie.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was.
We were all wrong.
That would be.
Was that not still a Lincoln though? Was that-
No,
was
it's
it not
the
Lincoln
Chevrolet.
Impala? Was it the Chevy Impala?
I'm sure. Yeah, Chevy Impala.
Huh.
It was one of the muscle cars. That's what they built to compete with Ford when Dodge made the Charger.
Yes, thank you, Sophie. We gathered as much.
Shelby. Ford made the Mustang, and Chevrolet made the Impala.
Fair.
And that.
It's still dog shit. I hate it. I hate it because it's American and it can't fucking turn. At least the Dodge Charger can take a fucking handbrake turn and not fall apart. You can drift a Charger
Probably
on dirt.
I do like look at the Impala.
I don't.
I do. I like the
I-
Impala.
It looks like the 68 model of the Charger, but shitter.
Right. But again, it was one of those cars where it's like, I believe it's a V10.
I want to say it's a V8.
No, I think it's a V10. The Supernatural model. They use a 75 version.
Oh, maybe. If it was a 75, it might have been the V10.
But again, that V10.
I don't know.
The V10's a 3 litre and only produces 205 brake horsepower.
For a V10, that's fair though.
That's dog shit for a V10.
It's not that bad.
In the 70s,
I've heard of way worse V10s.
in the 70s, our V10s were doing 300.
Even then, I've heard of way worse V10s, dude.
Oh yeah, I mean,
There are
there's-
V10s on the market now that put out like 120 fucking brake, so.
yeah, I mean, my car's a 2 litre straight 6. Yeah, straight 6. Diesel, mine does 135, 140. Give or take.
Yeah.
Something like that. Back to the video.
Countries like China and the US actively subsidizing their own manufacturing sectors. This brings us nicely onto energy. The AFD labels policies introduced to tackle climate change as ideologically driven and says it is vehemently opposed to the EU's Green Deal,
That's
referring to
fair.
the energy
I'm sorry, that one's
transition
actually
as a
fair.
left-green initiative. As such, they want to scrap environmental regulations, abolish the CO2 tax on fossil fuels, and reverse.
That's fair because, to be honest, like, Germany is run out of power. They have to import all the energy.
Most of Europe has to import their energy.
Yeah, because the Green Deal kind of did shut. I mean, Germany went hard on the green energies and like they produced only like 10% of the power needed for the country.
Yeah.
They have to import the rest from like I think France. I can't really
I
import
think
from
it's
France.
France are currently importing from, yeah.
France and Russia. Well, Russia.
No, they're still importing. They're not importing energy anymore, but they are importing a lot of gas from Russia still.
I thought Russia shut the gas off.
No, they put it back on for Germany.
I know because they're importing from France's nuclear plant next to the border.
Yeah. No, that comes up later. The gas lines with Russia.
The ban on combustion engines. The party also wants to stop Germany's deindustrialization by bringing back nuclear power, extending the lifetime of coal-fired power plants, restarting Russian gas, and stopping the expansion of wind energy, with vital
Restart Russian gas. They haven't still not on yet. They're restarting it.
No, they mean the Russian gas deal, not the Russian gas line.
No, I do agree. Right, coal power plants, get rid of them because they are arcane and don't work anymore. But I do agree, nuclear power plants should become more of a thing.
I mean, yeah. Like, it is the cleanest and most efficient energy supply, like, we have the technology for currently.
I know people saying, well, a lot of people have like nightmares of Chernobyl, right? But like I always said that one, Japan's had,
Chernobyl was a freak accident, in fairness.
well, Japan's had technically two nuclear meltdowns in recent memory
Yes.
from 2 tsunamis, right? They've cleaned up the entire environment from that radiation spill in 5 years and less,
Yes.
and people move back there, no problem, no questions asked. You know, just take their protocols they got there and just move them over.
I mean, that would make sense, but those protocols are fucking expensive.
They're expensive.
Germany ain't got the economy to really back up
No,
that
because
plan.
even in England they're saying we can't have any more nuclear power plants. Like, just the wind turbines are just too expensive and they don't work. Solar
Well,
panels,
they work, but not as advertised.
solar
They're not
panels
as good.
again don't work at all.
Again, they do, just not as well as people want to believe.
Yeah, people believe that a magical cure. That
They're really not. Like, it's like I mentioned this in like the last podcast of like solar panels especially would be great in places like LA
Yes.
or like desert countries where like you get all the sunshine all the time. Here in Britain, a solar panel's about as fucking helpful as a condom in a convent.
I mean, an average setup for a solar panel for like say, the house we are in now
Yes.
will cost me 10 grand,
Yes.
right?
You'd be lucky to make that much power, like 10 grams worth of power in 10 years.
Right. The panels themselves only last 10 years maximum.
Yeah, you'd be lucky to get the 10k worth of power in that time.
Yeah. Now a lot of people.
Like, that would take a miracle.
a lot of people say, "Oh, you make that money back within the first year and a half."
Will you fuck?
You will not.
No. No.
Maybe down London area, maybe.
No, you definitely
Maybe.
not in London. Definitely not. Not with the amount of fucking smog storms they get.
Like Dover, that's the very southern end.
Even Dover, nah, you ain't pulling that off.
You know, you might
Europe,
make it back in 10 years.
Europe just does not have the compatible weather system for solar panels to be truly effective.
I've done south of France in that area.
Even south of France, you just don't. You have far too much rain for it to really get its full potential out.
Now, wind turbines can be effective, yes, but again, the size of
Again, you need such hyper-specific conditions for wind turbines
Yeah.
to really be effective.
because especially in England, because half the time our wind turbines are turned off because the wind's too strong.
Yeah.
And it'll burn out the fucking dynamos in them.
Like within like an hour or two, like the dynamos would just fucking catch fire.
Because we've got like 3 next to us,
Yeah.
And they spend nearly half their life like not moving because they had to shut them down because the wind's too strong.
Yeah, I mean, like the only like wind farm I've ever seen be like 90% of the time functioning is the one up in Kirkmere Hill, not far from where my dad lives.
Aye.
Because the wind pattern they get like in the valley there is fucking perfect for wind turbines. Like,
Those are
those only turn off if there's like really bad fucking weather hitting, which is rare up there.
There's also the offshore one by Dundee.
I think it's Dundee, yeah.
That one's constantly running.
Which again, to be fair, it's in a prime location because you get perfect wind flow through
Yeah.
Dundee way.
So I say, to me, nuclear power is the best way to go for it.
I mean, yeah,
Cause
it makes the most sense, but
yeah, I mean, like say, the amount of waste like from nuclear per person fits in a Coke can.
yeah.
Again, people say, "Oh, it's too dangerous. That's too dangerous to deal with." It's really not. We've had protocols for that
Yeah.
since the '60s, and they work.
Like,
You know, we've got ways of using it still.
Describing wind turbines in her conference speech as windmills of shame.
Yes.
On foreign policy, the AfD wants to have good relations with China, the US, and Russia. They call for the lifting of economic sanctions on Russia and the repair of the destroyed Nord Stream 2 gas pipelines, and say that Ukraine should become a neutral state outside NATO and the EU. While they're also known for being strongly Eurosceptic, the party hasn't committed to holding a referendum on leaving the EU specifically. However, their manifesto does state, "We consider it necessary for Germany to leave the European Union," and calls for referendums based on the Swiss model. They point to Switzerland as a model state, citing its unrestricted popular sovereignty. Moreover, the party also calls for Germany to ditch the euro and wants to reintroduce a German national currency, the D-Mark, which would almost definitely require or entail the breakup of the EU.
Well, yeah, and they wouldn't survive it.
yeah, they would not. Germany's economy would collapse overnight if they left the EU.
Yeah, I mean, Germany technically has the more highest economic value in the Union at the moment, but they also lent a lot of money out to like Greece and all that.
Yeah.
And if they leave the EU would say, "Well, I'm not gonna pay you back, so fuck you." Then they're gonna go, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
Probably they've got nothing to make the value of that coin. We still have gold reserves,
Exactly. Germany's got shit all.
which balances our coins out. America's dollar's based on something I can't remember what it is now. Based on, but it's something physical anyway.
I don't remember off the top of my head, but I know it's not gold anymore because that's not been the case since, what, 1892?
No, it's been since '95, I think.
Oh, was that way more recent?
Yeah.
Isn't that, like, I remember it being like way fucking many moons ago.
Although like, a lot still goes through America, like through the American reserves and all that.
Yeah.
I think
It's like their currency isn't backed up to gold by gold standard
I
anymore.
think it's back on platinum now. I think more
I
than
think
anything
it
else.
might be, yeah. I think it is platinum.
It might be platinum. Someone that'll go backed up on in the moment.
That sounds about right. I remember reading that somewhere, so I'm going to say that sounds correct enough for the sake of the discussion.
Yeah.
Mainly because I'm too tired to really give a shit about how America does
Sticking
their
with the
economy.
nationalist theme, let's end now with the AfD's cultural policy. Their manifesto describes Germans as being in the mildew of the left-wing zeitgeist, and calls for an end to, quote, questionable gender and woke ideology-based development projects. They criticise what they call the transgender hype, and according to broadcaster ZDF, at its conference the party explicitly added a line defining the family as a father, mother and children. They also say that the state must not interfere in families, while advocating for marriage, partnership and family cohesion to be taught in schools. Finally, a note on its approach to...
The first part of that one, yeah, that was bullshit. But the last part of that one, where like teaching family values in schools, I don't see that much of a bigger problem with it.
All I'm saying, this one breath, the government should not interfere with family matters.
Yeah.
In the second breath, the government should start interfering with family matters at the educational level.
Yeah, it's
Like that as well. You know, the family values they're wanting to educate, because they said, you know, outright there, a family is a mother, a father, children.
yes.
We should teach that at the school level. All I'm fucking saying, Hitler literally said all of that. Hitler said that. Straight out, Hitler held that exact opinion.
Yeah.
Of a family consists of a mother, father, and children, and we should teach family values at the education system. Hitler literally said that and enforced that. That's all I'm fucking saying on that one.
I mean, I do agree, like, family values are a thing, but again,
You know, that as well, like,
everyone has a different idea what family is.
you know, you take like the kind of the vibes of kind of what they were saying there about the transgenders.
Yeah, it's
You know,
iffy.
you take those statements, you know, like questionable gender values, you know, and whatnot, and you just replace that with Jewish. Questionable Jewish values. You suddenly have something that sounds a lot like some.
Like I say, if you cut out the first half of that whole thing, right, and just left the part saying, government keeps out of marriages, but teaches like family values at the school level, that I can agree with, because family values I think are lacking somewhat in schools.
I mean, not really. I feel like of all the things we should implement in the education system, family values isn't really one of them. Like all I'm saying is, realistically, it's none of the school's fucking business how a family should work.
No.
Like at this point, right, a teacher in a classroom telling the children of tomorrow how a family should work, that would be like a baker trying to fucking hold a college seminar on how guns should be built.
Yeah, fair point.
Like, you know, like how like, I mean, fuck it, like, you'll remember from when you were at school. How many teachers did you know that were fucking sluts? How many teachers did you know were divorced more than one time? Like, how many teachers did you know had about 5 baby daddies? I
Actually,
remember from when I was at school, it was a lot.
actually, in my school, only one teacher had a divorce, and that's because he was gay and he married a woman to try and hide it, because it was going back to his family was like very poor folks. He got married last, got 2 kids. Then a few years later, he got divorced and embraced his gay side. Also, he always wore a suit. That guy.
See, at my school, we had 2 pedophiles. And, like, that's not even like oh, they were creepy. No, straight out, they were caught trying to fuck around with students. And still kept their jobs, because the Scottish Education Board is just shit.
We had 1 and he left.
No, we had 2, and they were still there when I fucking left, and I'm still upset about that.
He wasn't there when I left.
Like, out of the male teachers, we had about, I want to say 10 of our male teachers were divorced. Maybe 5 of them hit 4 divorces by the time I left.
Only one
And
teacher.
that's just the 4 divorces they went through in the 4 years I was at that school.
No, only one teacher had a divorce.
Like, I saw 5 teachers in 4 years go through 4 divorces, and that's just the male teachers.
There was one teacher who was constantly pregnant.
Yeah, we had one of them. It was our home ec teacher. Was literally always she'd come back once a year for about 2 months, and then like day 4 would announce she was pregnant again, and she'd be gone.
Which wasn't the home ec, she was the sewing teacher. A 9. Right? She was gorgeous, a little short lass, she was beautiful, quite beautiful. We understand why she was pregnant when we saw her husband.
Yeah.
Right? Her husband like came to school once. Because it was a joke on drug, anyone could have a go with her. All I was trying to have a go with her. We saw her husband come to school once and we stopped immediately trying to flirt with her. Because her husband was like 9 foot tall.
Yes.
And 5 foot wide at the shoulders, like, not a chance.
Sounds about right. You know, like,
And he's like, now I understand why she's pregnant all the time.
you know, like, it just doesn't make sense. Like motherfuckers who are bad at being family should not be teaching how to do family.
Let's say my school at the time when I was there, and that and like for most time it was like Stanford changed over to the new one we got now. Most teachers were in like either a decent relationship, whether they're gay or not. No divorces, apart from only one again. That was like the gay guy who divorced his wife, but then got with his partner and was sticking with their partner for quite a long time. I think it was 2 widowers and 1 widow, and that. But they're like they were like 70s and they were still teaching.
I say we had 1 widow who was an English teacher. She was pretty sound. We had 2 gay teachers. I tell a lie. So we had a homosexual and a lesbian teacher. Sound as fuck. Like, we got on great, me and those two teachers. Again, we had about 10 fucking teachers who were on more than one divorce. Like, fucking, there was two teachers at the school who were husband and wife to each other. They were married. And both of them were cheating on each other, like having affairs with other teachers at the school. There was then 2 other teachers at the school who were also married to each other, but they weren't having an affair. At least not with anyone on school premises, as far as anyone could tell. Like,
I'd say my school's quite chill.
like, fuck, like, all I'm saying is one, like, because like when I was at school, I went through 2 head teachers. So one of my head teachers retired. The second head teacher was having an affair with one of the dinner ladies. And like, he wasn't even discreet about it. It was painfully obvious that they were fucking. And I'd like to add on, the only reason he ever felt comfortable being that obvious about it was because he knew his wife was never coming to the school because his wife fucking hated him. His wife turned up to school once. In the 2 years I was there at the same time as this teacher, his wife turned up once. And it was on his first day to, and I quote, support him during his hello, I am your new head teacher assembly. And she was never seen again. Because she spent the entire fucking time staring I will fucking kill you daggers. Not at him, not towards him, but through him.
We had one gay, one lesbian teacher. I mean, the gay teacher was got divorced. He was in his 50s, and he was he always wore like a 3-piece suit, full waistcoat, jacket, trousers, and all that. And he was one of our French teachers.
That makes sense.
And the lesbian was our English teacher. And it was actually the best teacher I ever had, actually. That woman. And that.
Our male gay teacher, if I remember correctly, was. I want to say he was one of the. It was either maths or business because both were on the same floor.
Oh, sorry, tell
the lesbian teacher, I want to say, was the drama teacher, I believe.
We did have a one-night slight school affair, right? Our Spanish teacher, which was single, we believe, we couldn't prove it.
We were able to prove all of the fucking affairs we were suspecting.
We couldn't because actually been smart over it. We got close to proving it once, and they kind of backed off. Maybe because me and my friends dug into it. Was our Spanish teacher, which was a male, and he was a bit of a dick. And the RE teacher at the time, again, she was young and stunning, and all that. It's like one of the science teachers, we had a weird thing at school where we interviewed our new science teacher to come in.
Yes.
And I basically set a class up. It was me and like 7 other, I think it was 20 other people. We had to interview the science teachers coming in, and we all picked one because she came in with like a low cut top on. Yeah. Like, yep, that's the one.
That's even we had a like young teachers when like they're still like they're in like their last year of teaching school and do like placement training.
Yeah.
Where they get sent into a school to like be a teacher for a bit. We had a teacher for a little while in physics class. And it was like that was her kind of scenario. She was like last year at teaching school. She was like doing placement at the high school. Wanted to be a physics teacher and that. And so she was basically sent in to like support the older like physics teacher. It was like the head of the physics department. And happened to be my physics teacher at school. Lovely man, dog shit at teaching physics. He'd explain something to you, right? Like he'd explain to the class, and then you'd be like, "Sorry, could you like give me a hand here? That's not quite sinking in. I'm a bit confuzzled." And you'd explain why you're confuzzled. And ask him like, can you like maybe reword it or something? Can you explain it to me like I'm a retard? Like give me the fucking Blue's Clues version of this, and we'll work our way up in complexity till I get this. And he just couldn't. He just couldn't put anything into simple terms at all. Like he'd just say the same thing but slower, as he'd previously said. Like that was gonna help.
Basically, expected to be at university level areas of physics.
Pretty much, like it was annoying as fuck. Like everyone else in the class, like maybe it was just a me problem. Like everyone else in the class were like getting it. I was just struggling. Maybe I'm just bad at physics. Who knows? But like anyway, like she ended up coming in and like only teacher. And like I had quite the plethora of teachers to pick from. only teacher I had at high school where I could look at her and go, yeah, aye, fair enough, actually. I would, though. Like, I would, like, you know what? If you locked me in a supply closet and did things, I wouldn't tell nobody about it. Like, that'd be between us, you know? But, like, you know, that would have been inappropriate to say to her. You know, like, which I've always argued, like, you know, maybe if, you know, last year of teaching school, need to do a placement. Maybe don't send them to a high school full of horny teenagers. Maybe that's a bad idea. I'm just saying. Especially when they're like a similar age to us. I was like 15, 16. She was like 19.
22.
Like, technically it wouldn't have been illegal. You know, like all of them, maybe send her to the primary schools where, like, if she does fuck a student, it's like turbo illegal. You know, like, that's all I'm fucking saying. Anyway, you know, like, my point is, lovely teacher, really nice wee woman. Only problem with her, despite the fact she was like, again, like fairly similar ages, like all of us. Like, she had this habit, like, no one complained because we all really liked it. She'd talk to you like she was your mother.
Yeah.
But not in like that kind of condescending, clean your room kind of way. But she had like that kind of, that soft, comforting kind of tonal voice kind of thing of like, are you okay with that? So like, are you struggling with that? Like, do you need a hand with anything? Like, she was very kind of direct but like gentle about it. Like,
yeah.
She wouldn't come over and be like, are you fucking stupid? Are you struggling? It'd be like, do you need a hand with anything? Can I help explain anything? Like,
I told you not to bother this, Vegas.
you know, like she'd check in on you, like, you know, how you doing? How's your week been? Like, like in physics, this was the only class where this was the case. In physics class, I was at like the cool kids table for physics class because like all of my friends were really fucking smart at school. And I just kind of wasn't, but also we were friends, so like I got to sit there. And like there was one day in physics class.
It was the first time the nerd table was in class with the cool kids table.
Genuinely, because it was the only class where like it was correct, because we were the only ones that really knew what the fuck was going on. Like there was one day in physics class, right, where you like don't. I mean, I don't know if you will remember from school because it was a different time, but you like when you just have like a fucking, just like a spiral of a conversation at school. Where like it starts off with like, right, we're doing this bit of work, and then somebody will say something that's like loosely related to the work, and then you'll say something in response that's loosely related, and then before you know where you are, you're talking about utter pish that couldn't be less related to the work you're meant to be doing if you tried.
I mean, yes, we never come to it. The one was, it was in my science and engineering type thing I was doing. And we got on talking about, it was the, again, I think part physical, about propulsion systems for like large ships. Then we got on to, I don't know why it happened, we got on to like the idea of, I think it was like the Star Wars or Star Trek, I don't know about how the plasma engines would work and theoretically work on those ships. And that spiraled into the conversation of, you know, well, how would you physically start to control and manipulate the ship? And by the end of it, me and the whole class and the science teacher had like 5 blackboards covered in like information of like how to guide an entire space battle between these two forces with no fucking.
See, in fairness, at least that's still loosely related to the original work you were supposed to be doing, because it's still sciencey, right?
Yeah.
The one that happened to us in physics, right? I don't remember what the fuck we were supposed to be talking about because the new topic took up like an hour of time, right? Was like one of my buddies said something, and I said something, and they said, and before we knew where we were discussing like how it would be handled, right? If like it was revealed tomorrow, aliens are real, right? Aliens exist. They live over there on that planet, right? And we've negotiated an immigration deal with them.
Yeah.
Right, where like they can get like space passports, they can move here, we can move there, free travel, that kind of thing, right? Kind of like the Mexico-America border situation of like, you know, you got a passport, you got a visa, you can go to and from, right? That kind of a deal, right? But between planets, right? But what would happen, right, if an alien from this alien race, from this alien planet, illegally immigrated to Earth? What would that be? What would we call that? And we argued for about an hour.
I'll tell you, an illegal alien.
Well, see, now that's what some of my friends said. They were like, "Will it be an illegal alien?" I said, "No, it wouldn't be, because we already have illegal aliens. that's already a term.
Yes.
We can't recycle the term because that term will still be valid for its current use.
Yes, we don't
So
know
we
that.
need a new word.
The problem is, you know that term
And
comes.
we need a new term. So I proposed the term illegal alien illegal, right? Illegal alien illegal. Because it's an illegal alien, that's illegal.
Right. The problem is, alright, do you know where the term illegal alien came from?
Not a clue, and I don't care. Fuck off.
No, you
right?
will do, because it actually relates to the topic I'm about.
It really doesn't. I don't care.
It does.
Really doesn't. This is a discussion I had with a bunch of teenagers like a decade ago. It really couldn't relate more if it tried.
It does,
I
because
genuinely don't care.
it's funny.
It doesn't matter.
It's funny as fuck, though.
If you told me this a decade ago, it might have mattered. It doesn't matter at this point. The discussion happened, and we got a better answer out of it in the end.
Illegal,
Right.
illegal alien illegal is not a better answer.
Well, no, because we're getting to the better answer, right?
Okay.
I proposed illegal alien illegal. Because an illegal alien, that is illegal. Right? Because it's an illegal alien in the sense of it's an alien from space that came here illegally, but it's also an illegal alien in the immigration meaning. So it's both. So we're having this discussion, right? And we're getting a little bit heated between us because we're teenagers and we're bored. So the said, like, backup supply teacher aged about fucking 19 if she's lucky, comes over to try and fucking evaluate the situation, divide and conquer, de-escalate problem, get on with your bullshit, right? So she comes over. I'm just here to check on you lads, like see how yous are doing. How you doing, miss? We'll be completely honest. We've done fuck all. Why? We've been a bit distracted with a discussion. Actually, you get on in this. We want your opinion on this. So we explained the premise of the conversation, right? Of illegal alien immigration. What
Yeah.
would that count as, right? She looks at us, right, like we're fake, right? Because we propose our answers, right? Propose all of our answers, right? She looks at every single one of us like we're fucking stupid. And admittedly, we were, because she had the correct answer. She proposed the best possible answer. She looked at all of us and she just went, that would be an alien illegal alien, you fucking idiots. It's an alien illegal alien. Like, it's an alien from space that's also an illegal alien. The correct answer is alien illegal alien. How did none of you think of this? And we all went, you're fucking genius! Holy fuck, you're right! Alien illegal alien. So for the next 40 minutes, all 6 of us, bear in mind, all teenage boys aged about 16, all 6 of us and this supply teacher just continued that conversation of like, you're right, alien illegal alien makes the most sense. Which then spiraled into what would actually be the exact immigration terms of how would the alien visas work. And essentially we did a whole modern studies / geography / xenobiology lesson when we were supposed to be doing physics.
I mean, the biggest question we have to ask.
With a physics teacher being actively involved in the entire
The biggest question you have to ask, right? Because it goes down 2 problems. You've got 2 major problems with like immigration policy of like an extraterrestrial being on Earth. One, cultural,
Yes.
particularly religious, cultural type things. Second one, marriage.
Yes.
Are the 2 biggest obstacles you're going to have.
So, what we came to the conclusion was, because we did discuss both of these, right, is in terms of religion and cultural integration, the rules would be obvious, you'd be allowed to partake and practice like an alien religion or alien culture, so long as that religion and or culture does not directly cause violation to Earth laws.
Yeah.
So if it's part of like an alien religion to like every Saturday we're going to sacrifice another sentient being to the mighty god Ra, that's not Gucci. You can't do that, but we'll meet you halfway. You can sacrifice like 2 goats and like a llama. Like there'd be like some like middle ground work done for that kind of stuff. For like religious and cultural integration of like, you can't technically do exactly what you want to do, but here's something similar you can get away with here.
Yeah.
However, in terms of marriage, the understanding we came to would be if both life forms, both human and the extraterrestrial, were compatible sexually, as in they could reproduce with one another, then like marriage would pretty much immediately be like kind of, it would be Gucci. Like I think everyone would be like on the same page of like, yeah, we want to fuck the sex of aliens and make alien babies. Like that would be like day one, that would probably be like one of the first things implemented. But if we're not sexually compatible, it would probably be similar to like the gay issues with like the church and government back in like the 1980s.
Yeah.
Where it's like sticky ground for like 10, 20 years, and then like everyone realizes they're being fucking stupid and backs the fuck off.
Fair enough. By the way, just
That entire conversation, like, it took about 2.5 hours out of a 3-hour fucking physics lesson.
by the way, just because I have to say it now because I'm in my head. The term illegal alien comes from Ronald Reagan and because E.T. existed
Again, I really don't care.
as a movie.
Still don't care.
That's where the whole thing came from, because he watched E.T., saw it was an alien, and thought, you know, all illegal aliens have to be banned and harboured. You know, everyone caught harbouring one or bring one in will be punished by law. And the US government thought, right, fair enough, and just use that for immigrants as well.
Yeah, which fair sounds about right. Ronald Reagan was fucking nuts, so
Well, yeah, he had dementia.
yeah, still.
Not pretty much like a Cameron president we've got now at the moment.
Yeah. Well, not, you know, that won't be the case in what, like 14 hours?
16, because I think it's like 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Is it 3 o'clock this afternoon? I thought it was like 2.
That was about 3.
Huh.
2 the started, but especially doesn't get signed in until 3.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah, like the live stream started at 2, because there's like guff they gotta do
Yeah.
first of just talking passion and...
To internationalism. The AFD calls globalization and diversity instruments of destruction and refers to climate research, gender research, and even pandemic research as, quote, biased scientific theories. On top of that, the AFD
Okay,
also...
that is a bold statement
Yeah.
on that one. Speaking of which, do you know how we've got a new pandemic coming around?
Yes, I have, yeah. The is it Deltacron? Is it called?
It's a variation of the bird flu.
No, there's a different one happening.
Oh, another
too.
one, is there?
Yeah, there's another COVID strain going around. It's I think it's called Deltacron. It's a hybrid between that Delta strain we had a while ago and was it Omicron? Omicron? Something Cron? Whatever the fuck that strain was called. Something Cron. Essentially, the scientists aren't 100% sure what happened, but the best way they can describe it in layman's terms for idiots like me is Cron and Delta
Had a baby.
they had a baby, essentially, and it's made a new one, and it's currently fucking up a little bit of China. However, they believe it may have spread to other countries quite some time ago.
I'm not.
Because the current stage it's at as a strain leads them to believe it's been around for a decent while. Because it's still like fairly young and like early development, but it's a way more advanced than like a it popped up yesterday kind of a virus. So
Yeah.
they're a little concerned.
I'm not shutting down the country again.
I wouldn't mind if like Lockdown 2 Electric Boogaloo kicked off. Like frankly, I thrived back in lockdown, so you know.
You can't get to the mic, sunshine.
Yeah, you're not climbing on the desk, fuck you, go back to sleep. No. Get your paw off the table. Get your paw off the table. Get your paw off the table.
It will be legal extraterrestrial.
It would not be illegal extraterrestrial. And I'll tell you exactly why it's not an illegal extraterrestrial. Right? Illegal extraterrestrial, that would lead one to believe the fact that it's an extraterrestrial is the crime. It would be a confusing statement.
Well, no, because probably.
Therefore, illegal extraterrestrial would be invalid due to the confusing it would cause early on.
Yeah, because think about this,
Whereas
right?
alien, illegal, alien would not cause any kind of confusion due to this long-standing understanding of what illegal alien means.
Also,
With the addition to
the
where
problem with
aliens would
extraterrestrial
start giving
term is,
the extra context.
let's say humans went to their planet, got naturalized over there,
Yes.
became citizens of that planet, had children, which are still technically human amongst humans, and that human then illegally emigrated back to Earth.
Yes, that would still be an alien, illegal, alien.
Yes.
Even though biologically it's still human,
And not extraterrestrial.
point of origin, it came from another planet, therefore still an alien, illegal, alien, because it's
Yes.
still an alien.
also claims that international organisations like the UN and WHO are working to disempower nation-states in pursuit of a world government, an apparent nod to the more extreme globalist conspiracy theories. There's a lot of difficult decisions necessary here, and making huge decisions, especially quickly, is difficult even for world leaders. But the good thing is that Brilliant is where you learn by doing, with thousands of interactive lessons in maths, data...
Like product placement for Brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah, so like Germany's getting a bit fucking National Socialist again. Which is just great fun.
Not the first time, it's going to be the last time they do it.
Ain't true, but like still. Let's just say I'm going to be watching Germany's February election with great interest. A great interest and a lot of concern.
Yeah, it's weird to have the elections in February. Everyone else has them for Christmas mostly.
Yeah, it is odd, but like, fair enough to them.
Alright.
AEL. Actually, are you waiting for the ceasefire arrangements?
Yeah.
Because if so, you can just pull up the web article I sent you for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna put on as well. Just gonna look see if there's anything like visually that could work as well.
As in, all the ones that I watched earlier, they don't really talk about the deal itself. Like the ones that do miss out a lot of fucking important information about the exact deal, like fucking terms and conditions. So
yeah. So essentially, what next one? Like Israel, the idea's gone through. Kind of the first phase has technically started.
Yes, started today. The first stage of the Israel-Hamas ceasefire.
Yes, and
sorry, Israel-Palestine.
First Palestine, yeah. Well, according to the Israel-Hamas draft, according to this one.
Correct, but still.
When this article was what, the January 15th, so it was about 4 days ago.
Yeah, 4 days ago.
This one was updated, and I've read through myself.
Yes.
And
it's an impressively shit ceasefire deal.
It is. Oh, basically saying this.
Considering America was involved in the writing of this ceasefire deal, I'm genuinely impressed. It's as bad as it is.
Because all it basically does is it gives a 45-day hold.
42-day.
42-day hold, while they talk for the next day. That talk doesn't start on the 16th.
Yes.
16th day of this ceasefire.
Yes. It's basically a 42-day hold on hostilities to allow for a discussion for entering the second phase of the ceasefire, as well as the exchange of prisoners.
Yeah, now America...
Known as hostages.
Now, fucking remember now, America, Egypt, and Qatar?
Qatar? Spell it.
Yeah, Qatar, sorry.
Yeah. Qatari, yeah.
I've given written statements to Hamas saying, look, we're not going to allow any more attacks, even if we go past the 42 days.
Yes.
As long as the talks are still going on.
Yes.
Netanyahu has said no to that.
Which, fair.
And he said he still has a right to engage in hostilities if they don't agree with a ceasefire by the end of the 42 days.
Which, he is correct. He would be within his rights to do that due to how the agreement is written, yes.
Yes.
So I'll be 2 seconds. I believe the dog wants to go out for a pee. There you go. Hurry up, it's cold.
You back in a second, folks. You just let the dog out.
Thank you. I don't care what you want, you're not getting it. Right, I'm now going to go let myself out for a pee. I will be 2 moments.
There you go.
Apologies.
whole deal is Hamas has only 35 hostages, including female civilian soldiers, children, and civilians over the age of 50. Israel's only 30 prisoners for each civilian released, and 50 for each female soldier. How to find Israel forces are going to move out of popular areas and to the edge of the Gaza, and displaced Palestinians are allowed to return home and aid to allow back into the strip. Phase 2 after 40 days is declaration of a specific claim. Hamas free remain male hostages, soldiers and civilians, in exchange for yet to be negotiated number of Palestinian prisoners, and a full withdrawal of Israeli troops from Gaza Strip. Phase 3, which is technically the end of the war.
Bodies of deceased Israeli hostages will be exchanged for bodies of deceased Palestinian fighters. There will be an implementation of a reconstruction plan in Gaza, and border crossings for movement in and out of Gaza will be reopened.
Now the problem with that one is one of the borders belongs to Egypt,
Yes.
and Egypt refused to open that border
Yes.
because they don't want any of the fuckery.
Yes.
Now, the biggest problem I have, right, because the exchange rate's fucking shit anyway.
It is, yes. The 33-to-1 exchange rate on prisoners is fucking ungodly.
Yeah,
Unbelievably stupid.
it is by massive amounts. Also, it's a pullback plan, right, for the Palestinians, right? Because I understand Israel's saying that they want to keep control between the north and the south, they currently hold, to stop Hamas bring weapons back into the northern area of Gaza,
Yes.
where they know they'll clean them all out.
Yes.
And we'll keep control checkpoints there to stop them being the guns being shipped and rockets being shipped back to the northern end,
Yes.
which is kind of a fair point.
Yeah, like it makes sense.
But Hamas still saying, no, we want you to fuck off right back to the edge and allow everyone, no matter what people go through, not a chance of that happening.
Yeah.
But considering how Hamas has done things in the past, I can understand that one. Right? Still, it's a dog shit plan they've got so far, because they're allowing half the roads open, but half of them are still checkpointed.
Yeah, it's honestly one of the worst ceasefire deals I've ever seen get drafted.
Yeah.
And I've seen some fucking dog shit fucking ceasefire drafts before, but this one, at least the dog shit ones I've seen in the past have been they didn't leave the drafts, they were written, and the guy that wrote it was punched, and they redid it.
Yeah,
this one, someone wrote something this shit, and somehow no one had a problem with it. And it makes no fucking sense whatsoever.
It will.
All I'm saying, if I presented a ceasefire deal like this in modern studies at my high school, as one of my fucking modern studies fucking assignments, because we did an assignment that was to drum up a fake ceasefire agreement document.
Yeah.
Basically as a lesson of here's how ceasefires work. If I'd made one of this fucking shit for modern studies and presented it to my teacher, it wouldn't have been an instant F, it would have been an instant fucking suspension. It would have been a leave the building and don't come back for 2 weeks because I don't want to see your face for another 2 weeks out of sheer shame.
Teachers the doors slapped across the face,
Exactly.
leave.
My modern studies teacher, who for the record looked like the lead singer of the band Skillet, I fuck you not, that was our running joke in the school, would have picked up both the assignment and a modern studies textbook and bitch slapped me with both.
Several times, probably.
Yes, as many times as it would have taken for me to exit the building. And even then, I think he would have followed me for an extra mile. Out of sheer disgust.
Now,
for having the audacity to present such shit.
Here's the thing, right? During the past years of negotiation, Israel has insisted must control movement of Palestinians to the north to ensure Hamas does not take weapons back to these areas. Throughout the world, Israel military has severed the north and west Gaza by holding the so-called Nazim corridor.
Netzarim corridor.
The battle across the strip where the troops cleared Al-Palestine population set up bases, allowing them to search people fleeing from the north to the central Gaza and bar anyone trying to return. The draft seen by the AP specifies that Israel will leave the corridor in the first week, troops withdraw from the main north south coastal road, Rashid Street, which will open up routes to Palestinians returning by the 22nd day of the Israel ceasefire. Israel troops will leave the corridor entirely. Still the talks on Tuesday, Israel officers insisted that key control of the regime at the Palestinian return north there will be past inspections. Therefore, he declined to provide details. The official spoke that the conditions of autonomy
And
to discuss
anonymity.
to discuss closed negotiations. Working out these contradictions could bring frictions. Throughout the first phase, Israel to remain control of the
Philadelphia.
corridor, the strip of territory Gaza borders Egypt, including the
Rafah crossing.
Hamas dropped demands Israel to put out of these areas because Egypt won't let them do it in the first place.
Yeah.
Right. That's one big problem. I can understand what Israel's point of this one and that, but still it's it feels like a lot of a red herring, like of a negotiation point.
I mean, a little bit, but like, I don't know. Like, it's just. It's my main problem is still just that fucking exchange rate of. Like, who came up with that exchange rate? Who okayed that exchange rate?
Yeah.
And who talked Israel into agreeing to it?
Now it gets worse.
Like, that's what I really want to know. Who talked Israel into accepting that idea?
Now the second phase, because let's about moving to humanitarian trade through, that should be done anyway.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Now the second phase, negotiations will begin on the 16th day of the ceasefire.
Yes.
At this point, most hostages have already been exchanged that agreed to, I think. Basically, because
About that, yeah.
yeah,
About 70-ish% of the hostages should be
phase 2
transferred
boils
by that
outlines the
point.
layout of the draft. All main hostages to be returned.
Released in return for a complete Israeli withdrawal from Gaza and a sustainable calm.
That's claim.
No, that's calm.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the seemingly basic exchange opens up much bigger issues. Israel said it would not agree to complete withdrawal until Hamas military and the political capabilities are limited and cannot return.
Rearm.
Rearm. Was that rearm?
Yeah.
Yeah, rearm. And ensure Hamas no longer runs Gaza. Hamas says it will hand over last hostages until Israel removes all troops from everywhere in Gaza. That's all going to be contentious. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So the negotiations will have to both sides agree to alternative of governing Gaza. Effectively, Hamas has to agree to its own removal of power, something it is said it willing to do. It has said that, but then backtracked on several occasions.
Yeah.
But it may seek to keep a hand in further governments in which Israel has vehemently rejected. Point taken, they've done this a few times now.
Yes.
The draft agreement states the deal on the second phase must be worked out by the end of the first. Pressure will be on both sides to reach a deal, but what happens if they don't?
It could go in many directions.
Hamas has wanted written guarantees that the ceasefire would continue as long as needed to agree upon phase 2. It is stated that the verbal guarantees from the United States, Egypt and Qatar, Israel has given no assurances, so Israel could threaten new military actions to persuade Hamas in negotiations or outright resume military campaign, as Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has threatened. Hamas and the media are betting the momentum of the first phase will make it difficult for him to do that. Reluctantly, the South would risk losing the remaining hostages and infuriating many against Netanyahu. Though stopping short of destroying Hamas will also anger key political partners. The first phase is less contentious. The bodies of the remaining hostages would be returned in exchange for a 3 to 5 year reconstruction plan to be carried out in Gaza under the international supervision. Right. Like I agree at that point, is phase 2 is a delicate issue here.
Yes.
Because that basically Israel saying Hamas has to go and be gone completely.
Yes.
And Hamas says, okay, we'll go when you fuck off.
Yeah. Which
given the state of Gaza in the past 20 years, that's not what they want to retain some kind of presence there just to keep, even as a peacekeeping force.
Like, That's not like they're like realistically they're not gonna get rid of Hamas like diplomatically at this point. And like I don't think they're gonna get rid of them militarily either at this stage. Cause like, let's be fair, they've been bombing the Gaza Strip on and off for what 40 fucking years.
Yeah.
And like Hamas is still cutting about.
Now, my
The
big
Gaza Strip's still somehow standing. Like realistically, I don't think they're gonna fix the problem.
now where I would do it if I was like negotiating this peace deal between the two sides. I
Oh,
mean,
see, what I would do is I would cordon off about 30% of Gaza, and I'd just hit it with like all of the napalm I could get my fucking hands on as a show of force, and then turn to Hamas and go, right, cunts, see what I just did to that bit, right? You either fuck off or I'm doing that to all your nice bits, and I'm not gonna cordon anything off next time. I'ma just hit it all with that.
no, with Palestine and
Like that's how I would have dealt with it.
the Palestine Israel problem. What I would do is a way of saying the whole Gaza's just like flashpoint area. There's deep issues around the whole country.
Correct, but
Is I would basically say right, Palestine and Israel basically have to merge into one entity,
yes.
and set the government up in such a way that you have to have a representative from both the Jewish and the Israeli and the Palestinian side
Yes.
sit on the board.
Yes.
Then have an equal number of like chamber board of each like religious side on a council to then negotiate out any policy deals, and then have a neutral central figure elected to oversee it all. Technically,
Makes sense.
you know, whether it be like a foreign advisor coming in or
I was gonna say, like, good luck finding someone that's, you know, in the area that's gonna be neutral.
to me the most neutral you're gonna get is like someone not related to both either religion, shall we say.
Yeah, and like even then.
Not being outside the influencer first, then hopefully disseminate once they actually learn to behave
Yeah.
somewhat.
So never.
Yeah. Basically, a country's gonna have to babysit them until they learn to behave.
So yeah, literally forever.
Yeah.
Because they're not gonna learn how to fucking behave. Now we've been trying to get them to behave for 100 fucking years and it hasn't fucking worked, so.
Fair point, yeah.
Like at this point, yes mate, we should just fucking bomb both of them. Like all of NATO should just surround the whole region and just fucking carpet bomb it. Just wipe it off the fucking map. You know, delete the fucking region, build a new one and start again.
Maybe fair, I have to admit, this is the British fault. Because how they carved up
Yeah, to be fair, yeah.
Israel at the end of like World War II was kind of like dog shit. Like you look at it like the guy who drove that draft up of like areas for each to
He
live.
was drunk.
He was drunk and he went, "This is gonna be funny in 50 years' time."
Oh yeah. And you know he wasn't wrong. It is funny. In
You
a
know-
fucked up kind of way, it is kind of funny.
It's one of those like you go there, you go there, you go there, you go there, you go there. Like, what the fuck did you do with this map?
Man's playing like the free cup game at the circus, you know, just fucking find a Jew, where's the Jew, where's the Jew, find a Jew, find a Jew, where's the Jew, where's the Jew, where's the Jew, boom, it's a Palestinian! Where's the Jew, find a Jew, find a Jew, where's the Jew, where's the Jew? Boom, surprise, it's a Muslim. Where's the Jew, where's the Jew, where's the Jew, where's the Jew? Surprise, it's a fucking Catholic, what the fuck? How'd you get in there? Find a Jew, find a Jew, find a Jew, find a Jew.
Oh, it's a crusade.
Fuck!
The 13th crusade, I think it is at the point, is it?
19th.
19th crusade, is it?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it's been 18 already.
No, I think it's only been 12 actually so far.
No, I'm sure we're on like 18. How many holy crusades have there been for Jerusalem? CRU.
8 apparently.
Oh fuck, only 8.
Yeah.
Huh? I remember it being way fucking more than 8.
No. First crusade, 1096 to 1089. Most successful crusade apparently.
Correct. The first one was the most successful.
Second crusade, 1147,
Till 1149.
1189.
1202,
1202, 1217, 1228. That one lasted a year.
That one lasted one whole year.
Yeah. 1248 to 1254. And the 8th is 1270 and apparently still ongoing. Because there's no end date to it yet.
No, it ended in 12. It started in 1270 and ended in 1270. because the Eighth Crusade is the only one to be historically considered a complete and utter failure. Because like the previous 7 had some margins of success, the 8th one, because very famously it's the Last Crusade, and is the crusade depicted in the movie The Last Crusade, where everyone fucking died, like fucking hard way. Because that's kind of what happened with the 8th Crusade, of like basically fucking everyone who turned up died, bar like maybe 4 cunts and like a goat. So, you know.
Now, according to this one, there's 9 crusades. It's about between the 11th and 13th century.
So I'm only familiar with the 8.
I'm familiar with 8 on the top of my head. I can't remember. Oh, I think what the 9th one was. It was that one where the Catholics technically launched one because the Templars were holding some land in Israel at the time.
Yeah, see, I don't count that.
And the curse ran when they said, Templars said, "You got too much power and money, we want it." And the Templars said, "No."
Yeah, see, I don't count that as a crusade. Like that was the church going after people that had been like excommunicated. That's not the same as like a holy crusade going after holy jihadists.
Yeah.
Like it ain't the same vibe.
I mean, technically the jihad would technically class as a crusade, wouldn't it?
Yes, a jihad is the Muslim equivalent to a crusade. Yes.
So technically, there's kind of one going because the jihad's still ongoing. I think at the moment, is it?
Yes.
So
Technically, but also technically not. It kind of depends who you ask.
It's an awkward view.
It's when it comes to the jihads, it depends on which group you ask and how they feel on the day.
Yeah. Now we'll round it up with something funny.
Because like technically the Syrian jihad has ended since America pulled out of Syria.
Yeah.
The Afghani jihad has technically ended as well, but they're still kind of up in the air about if they're done or not.
Yeah, but the Afghani one also said they wouldn't stop until America fell.
The Islamic State one is still ongoing. They're still actively jihading. That other terrorist group, is it Al-Khalin Fajr, I think they're called, off the top of my head, are still actively jihading. They're the ones based out of fucking that weird little country. Is it Jordan? No, it's not Jordan. That really small Middle Eastern country. You know, the really dinky little country. You know, the tiny little strip of desert that's somehow a country despite having like one city in it.
Yeah.
They're based out of there. They're still doing a jihad. They haven't officially ended. The Taliban are kind of. They haven't officially declared an end to their holy jihad, but like they haven't really done anything with their jihad since America pulled out. So,
well, the Taliban's trying to make it legitimate.
I'd say they kind of have bigger fish to fry right now, with like more domestic issues to fix. So fair.
No, they're also trying to make a legitimate government at the moment.
Yeah. So again, it kind of depends who you ask, and like even then, like it depends if you want to count all of those jihads because they all kicked off around the same kind of time as one unified jihad, or if you want to count each individual group's individual jihad as a separate jihad.
Yeah.
That kind of dictates like how many jihads there's been.
8th Combat 5 was a step back.
Correct. It was honestly the worst Ace Combat game.
I tell you what I'm going to look at, because a bit of funny at the end. Worst people embarrassingly exposed.
Yeah, shits and kids, why not?
That one I was thinking of, those, yeah, let's go for that one.
Yeah, fuck it. Kills time.
It's on BMA, so it shouldn't be hit for that. So we'll find out in a minute.
I say BMAs are normally
Some bozo-
pretty chill, so
Yeah.
we should be good.
There we go.
Are intent on doing more
Oh my god, the CC's working.
They are, yes.
Fuck me.
harm than good. You loved part 1, so I'm back with another roundup of butthead scammers, creepers, and awful live streamers. Get ready to clench your fist and curse under your breath as we look at even more of the worst people embarrassingly exposed.
BMA is one of those weird channels. That covers
Docks the
everything.
halls. I love the festive season, but the town of Ennis in County Clare, Ireland has a unique way of drumming up Christmas cheer. They hold an annual Christmas tree throwing competition where townsfolk come together to flex their strength. Back in 2018, the surprise champion was Camilla Grabska. I say surprise because Camilla was involved in a car crash in 2017 which she said left her with debilitating injuries to her neck and back. Camilla claimed she couldn't work, carry groceries, or even play with her kids. Then in 2022, she submitted a claim for a disability payout of around $800,000, mostly in lost wages.
So it must have been a small fucking tree. If, like, can't lift groceries, but you can throw a fucking tree.
Yeah.
Must have been a small fucking tree.
We've got about 800,000 lost wages.
Due to the injuries she sustained. How devastating. So the lawyers handling her case
Nope,
were
wasn't a small tree.
surprised.
That's not a small tree, no, that's a big fucking tree, yeah. That's a heavy tree. That's a whole ass pine.
Again, was rotating there. If you had a bad back, you'd be in floor crying by that point.
Honest, with the way she was rotating, if she didn't have a bad back, she fucking does now.
Yeah.
As to see
I'm a dog
photographic
shit
evidence of her picking up an entire tree and sending that thing out like She-Hulk. Even the judge commented on how agile she moved handling a very large natural Christmas tree. Camilla argued that although she appears to be smiling, she's actually in a great deal of pain and just trying to live a normal life. However, an hour-long video of her training her dog in a local park was more proof than necessary that her claims were entirely
Oh.
That would do it. That would do it.
I mean, if she was over here, not either, she'd be like straight to jail for that one.
I mean, yeah.
exaggerated. The judge denied her any payout and dismissed the case. Imagine explaining that resume gap in your next job interview. Yikes. Rossi Bob. Every so often, Papa be amazed gotta cook. So, lock in. In December 2021, a 36-year-old man who went by Arthur Knight was admitted to Glasgow's Queen Elizabeth University Hospital
I've been to that
suffering from
hospital.
severe COVID
That's a
symptoms.
great hospital.
So far, so 2021, right? Except one of the nurses on the ward noticed something
Yo, Glasgow
fishy.
Queens. Fucking
The patient
shout
had
out
the
to
same
Glasgow
distinctive
Queens.
tattoos as internationally wanted American fugitive Nicholas Rossi.
Who committed a string of horrible crimes, including harassment and alleged kidnapping.
Oh,
in Rhode
yeah, I remember
Island
this
dating
case.
back to 2007.
Vaguely remember it.
Yeah, I remember this one. The confirmed his identity in the hospital with COVID. When he had COVID, and basically America went, "I want that twat,"
Which valid.
and he said, "We can't deport me because I'm disabled now, so you can't deport a disabled person." Or when they got first of all, he said it's the wrong
Pretty
person.
sure we can. Pretty
I
sure
can.
we are allowed to do that, yeah.
The first thing he said was the wrong person. Thing is, those tattoos are one of a kind and very unique. We have it on a database here.
Yes.
You know, then he went like, "Well, no, you can't do it because I'm disabled."
But it couldn't have been
Skill
Rossi.
issue.
In December 2019, he'd told the media he had late-stage cancer and only had weeks to live. Sure enough, multiple news outlets had reported his passing in early 2020. Weird. Is this a case of mistaken identity? No. It's him. It turns out Rossi had faked his own death and fled to Scotland under a new identity. Arthur Knight, a poor Irish orphan, is one of 16 aliases Rossi has used throughout the years. But the tattoos, a fingerprint match, and even Rossi's adopted father confirm that it's him. Furthermore, the FBI tracked Rossi's movements from Rhode Island to Glasgow by searching his cell phone records. So, case closed?
Dumbass didn't even dump his
While
cell.
any half-brained
fucking idiot.
organism would give up the gig, Rossi doubled down on a media campaign protesting his innocence. Rossi alleged the tattoos mysteriously appeared on his body after an 18-day coma in the COVID ward and blamed the hospital for framing him. And
Oh,
while
no,
it's
you
true
can
that Rossi
fucking
did
right
go
off.
into
No,
a coma,
how dare you talk bad on Glasgow Queens? Glasgow Queens is one of the best hospitals in fucking Scotland. Fuck you.
Not just that though. Tattoos age at a determined rate.
They do, yes, but still, fuck. Don't throw shade on Glasgow. My family was a lot to Glasgow Queens. Don't throw shade on my favourite
How
hospital.
much tattoos you had would have took the best part of like about 4 months to actually tattoo properly.
Oh.
And then about another 10 years to fade.
I mean, easily. Like,
So imagine like as they went, quick, let's glue them on, glue them on, glue them on. We're permanent at that point.
still, some building.
coma, it's outright absurd to suggest overworked, underpaid nurses had the wherewithal to ink him up while he was in it.
Yeah, I think that's like, can you just actually tattoo this guy? No!
Yeah, no.
I've already been here for 17 hours, fuck you!
And again, don't talk shit on my favourite Scottish hospital. I love Glasgow Queens. It's like the best Scottish hospital. They're great. Alfie. Come on. It's cold. Get inside.
He also
Excuse
claimed.
you. Excuse you. No.
The war has started already.
Absolutely fucking not. Right, you coming back up? No, you know that's your dad. Good. Leave me the fuck alone. Still, though, fuck that guy.
I've got no food up here. There's no food.
We're poor. Fuck you.
Say, look, no food. Haven't cooked any yet.
Claims the fingerprint evidence, which was in a sealed arrest warrant, had been tampered with. Yeah. If you thought these baseless excuses were bad, Rossi's commitment to the bit is unyielding. Despite claiming he couldn't use his legs, he was fined for aggressively jumping from his bed and charging at the nurses who were trying to discharge him from the hospital. Additionally, the oxygen mask he insists on wearing often isn't plugged in or being worn correctly. To be clear, I'm not poking fun at anyone who requires mobility or breathing apparatus.
Oh, you
It's
pull
just
like
that
a
Rossi
wheelchair, drive
doesn't.
around.
He's demonstrated how weak he is by standing up and flopping dramatically into the arms of his
That's his wife.
anticipating wife on more than one occasion. The chair, the mask, the out-of-place RP accent on an Irishman.
We were once a normal family, but thanks to the media, our lives have been interrupted.
Hang on, people are having a bit of an echo, so.
Hang on, put that up a bit. Fucking put that up and run that back a bit. Let me hear that
And
accent.
thanks to the media, our lives have been interrupted. And we'd like privacy, and I would like to go back to being a normal husband.
It's supposed to be Irish.
What fucking accent is he trying to do there?
Irish.
It's not Irish.
It's supposed to be Southern Irish accent.
That's really not. Fuck, I've got a more convincing Irish accent. I was born in fucking Lancaster.
Their props in his sick Brit cosplay. I'd call it Oscar-worthy if it wasn't so unintentionally funny. Obviously, Rossi lost his extradition hearing and was returned to the USA to sit in jail and face his charges. But not without one last comical display. He tussled on the runway with the airport personnel in charge of putting him on the plane and fought with such guile his pants fell around his ankles.
Right.
The last the UK saw of Rossi was his tighty-whitey clad ass being lifted onto the plane. If secondhand embarrassment was fatal, I'd never make another video. Yeah, it's hilarious, but some very real women suffered at his gross little hands. Rossi's deceitful roleplay proves he's remorseless toward the sickening things he's...
Full on like British cosplay of like the suit, the waistcoat, the shirt, the little dicky bow tie.
I said the Churchill glasses.
Yeah, the fucking slick back and side haircut.
Like going full London.
Yeah. He was in Glasgow. It's weird. Even a little pin on his shirt. I bet there's a pocket watch in there somewhere.
Probably. To be fair, that kind of style is strangely popular in Glasgow in like the nice bits. So.
It's been a resurgence that the 1930s chic.
He's done and would rather
1930s banker chic, I think it's called.
take this lie to the grave than face the consequences of his actions. What a goon. Real estate of affairs. Let's face it, COVID was tough. But Miami real estate broker Daniela Rendon thought she'd found an easy way to come out on top. She illegally tweaked documents for her real estate business so she'd be legible for a big payout via the Small Business Administration and Paycheck Protection Program. If you're thinking, wait a minute, that sounds like fraud. Correct, it is. By inflating revenue, payroll, costs of products, IRS tax information, and even her number of employees.
No, she fucked with the IRS.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of turbo illegal.
Well, that's what she fucked up. Like, all the rest was fine to get away with it. She fucked the IRS.
Yeah, that's turbo illegal.
Can pass bottle pop over, please. Yeah, she missed the IRS and they went, no, bitch.
Nah, bitch. Pay your taxes.
Even Satan pays his taxes.
Even the Joker pays tax.
She swindled a whopping $381,000 of taxpayers' money set aside to keep businesses afloat during unprecedented times.
Yeah,
Hold
you fucked
on,
up.
maybe Daniela used the money for good. Well, that depends on your definition of good. If good to you is a leased Bentley Bentayga, a luxury apartment, and a Brazilian butt lift, then yes, Daniela did a lot of good. Meow. Wait, she stole taxpayers' money to get a big old booty? This lady sucks. Yep, and the criminal justice system agreed. Daniela was sentenced to 3.5 years in prison. What she did was wrong, but Daniela argued she only did it because everyone else was doing it, which is no excuse.
Oh, yeah, there's no defense of, well, I only stabbed someone because I was stabbing people, you know?
I mean, to be fair, that you might get away with that if it was like a riot.
Yeah.
Like if you got caught up in a riot and like everyone else got a bit violent, so like you defended yourself, like, you might get away on that one. But that's not gonna fly for fraud charges.
Yeah, I was always stealing because everyone else was stealing, you know?
Yeah, that's not really gonna fly on a fraud charge.
You know, I robbed the bank because the guy I saw robbed the bank beforehand. So I thought, you know, I'd give it a go.
Nah.
Now here's one, right? Here's a question for you for over the bank robbery.
Okay.
The guy was charged with bank robbery, but interestingly, I don't think it was a bank robbery.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because basically, the guy walked into a bank, handed the bank teller a note because he had a sore throat, saying you want this much money put in the bag. Right? So the bank teller's like stuffing money in the bag.
Yeah, no, this is a bank robbery.
Probably, like, say, he actually handed over his bank card, though.
No, I don't care. That's a bank robbery. That's... If the note he'd handed over had clarified, this is not a robbery, I have a sore throat, and then the instructions, I'd be on your side there.
Yeah, but if you're sick, do you have that much clarity of mind?
I mean, if all you've got is like fucking tonsillitis, yeah. If you're well enough to travel to the bank, you're well enough to think, maybe I should clarify I'm not trying to fucking rob the bank.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, I can see the point, but I also see the point, like, you know, just handle this thing, I want you to cash out your bank, please.
No.
You know, and they took it the wrong way.
No. Like, considering, especially in America, it's kind of common knowledge that's how bank robberies happen these days.
Yeah.
Guy really doesn't have a leg to stand on there. He knew what he was fucking doing.
But it's kinda also true. That same year, a Florida pastor and his family swindled over $8 million through the same scheme and used it to buy luxury property in Disney World. Yuck. I don't know what's worse, stealing $8 million or being a Disney adult. Want to know what's worse than either of those things? Some people still haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel. Ugh. Better get to it, or you might end up in part 3.
Bet.
Cry over spilled milk. Your younger years are some of the best of your life, so live a little. Just don't be a complete douche. 16-year-old Australian TikToker Giddy No Kitty clearly didn't get the memo. He pranked a passing boat by dumping milk on it from an overhead bridge. Wow, so hilarious. Sure enough, the girls on the boat didn't find it funny either, and neither did the massive online audience the video reached. Vigilante justice warriors sent the video to Melbourne Grammar, Giddy's $20,000 a year in fees private school.
Fuck off.
So Giddy removed the video to avoid backlash, but it was too late. He was suspended and given a warning from Victoria Police. Hey, he's a kid. We've all done dumb stuff out of ignorance. Just say sorry and move on. But Giddy wasn't remorseful in the slightest. He made posts begging people to stop getting him into trouble, saying he couldn't believe people would do this to a minor. You're not the victim, kid. These women who had their birthday party ruined by your actions are. Look, I'm not gonna bash a kid, but his behavior stinks worse than a pleasure cruise covered in sour milk. If he'd apologized instead of acting entitled waving around the victim card, everyone would have been way more forgiving. Trashy Traveler. In the last video, I didn't hold back against online pranksters, but I found something that annoys me even more. This is IRL streamer Johnny Somali.
Oh, yeah,
He's been in hot water lately for antagonizing innocent bystanders on his travel stream.
Look it up.
It's quite interesting. It's worth looking into some of the fuckery he's done.
It is, yeah, because it's amazing he's not dead.
To be fair, like, no one's heard of him in a while.
I'm actually still in Korean prison.
Yeah. So he's probably dead.
The Koreans literally took his passport off. He's trying to get into the American embassy, and they're refusing to open the gate for him.
Fuck yeah. Deserved.
And that.
Fully
but the Americans
deserved.
are trying to negotiate, say, look, yeah, he's done some fuck shit, but most of it's just nuisance bullshit. Just put him back on a plane, we'll deal with him over here. And they're like, no, we're just going to leave him, let him roam around for a bit longer and see.
See if he learns his lesson.
He hasn't learned his lesson.
He will eventually.
Yep, Somali went on a months-long harassment campaign in Japan, filming himself trespassing on a construction site, shouting about dropping atomic bombs on a busy public train, and pestering local women. Yeah, he sucks. But his actions haven't been without consequence.
After a Japanese man saw Johnny intimidating a young woman, he gave him a piece of his mind and a bigger piece of his fist. And that's not all.
Somali's Japanese dream swiftly ended after he faced criminal charges for playing loud music in a busy restaurant and was fined $1,400. After a brief apology stating he'd never film again, which I wish was true, he moved to Tel Aviv, Israel, and guess what? Continued acting out. He was permanently banned from the streaming platform Kick for inciting hate speech. So he switched over to the
I would say getting banned on Kick for inciting hate speech of all things is an achievement.
It is, yeah.
That's difficult to do.
I mean, that was that gold platinum skin in Call of Duty. We have to kill 50,000 zombies, headshots only, or something stupid like that.
It depends which Call of Duty game, but
I can't remember which one it was. I can remember when we Ghost was playing. You had to headshot so many zombies in within a certain time limit for this special achievement or something.
Ah, fuck knows. I never gave that much of a fuck about the zombies mode in COD.
There's one of the specific skins for the guns. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was for Dansk.
Never really gave that much of a fuck.
Anything Goes Hellhole Rumble and got arrested on stream for catcalling a female IDF officer. A male colleague of hers stepped in and dealt with Somali before carrying him away like the giant baby he is. As he was whisked away, Somali screamed profanities, insisting he was American like it's a get-out-of-jail-free card. We don't claim him. The IDF can do whatever they want with him. See, no one who watches Somali actually cares about him. They just want to see him in outrageous situations. So he's forever trying to one-up himself by being even more controversial, and it's kind of pathetic. Especially when you think about the innocent people being scorned as he scorches this path of destruction. As of now, Somali's unfortunately out of jail, but sadly I bet it won't be long before he does something that'll land him a lot more than...
I think it was another group that did it for him. They decided to run onto the female-only carriages.
Yeah. On
the Japanese underground.
Yeah.
And start sitting around and messing around. And well, why are there only females in here? There's a reason for that, you twat.
Yeah, they got in a lot of fucking trouble.
And just fine. Lawless Lands. Hold your horses, Sheriff Barty here. What are you going on about with that there sharpened cart? Take it back now. Good. There are some vigilantes around these parts punishing those who don't. Looky here.
Car dogs, that's a curbing, sir, curbing. We got curbing going on here. Sir, this is curbing. Sir.
Oh yeah, this guy.
Wow, didn't even respond. Time for the pit maneuver. Sir.
Okay,
Yeah,
right?
you curved your
like,
car. You didn't take it back to the car
controversial
corral.
opinion. Guys like this are just fucking cunts.
Some kind of vigilante.
Yeah, like, look, I get it, right? As somebody who's done retail and shit, like, yeah, it's irritating when customers don't put their trolleys back, right? But at the same time, like, it's not a crime. Like, I don't give a shit. No one gives a shit. No one cares if, like, you don't put your trolley back. It's like, yeah, it's an inconvenience to the workers, but we don't really care as the workers. Like, it's fine.
I think Walmart actually employs people to go and find trolleys and
they do,
and they clean them up at the car parks. Like, so
most supermarkets have a trolley guy.
Yeah.
Like, whose job it is to go track down the trolleys. Like, it's fine. No one really minds. Like if you ask me, like, these dickheads that go around being these fucking shopping cart vigilantes, they're just fucking attention-seeking little dicks.
I think this guy particularly on about, yeah, he got stickers pronounced and put on people's cars.
Yeah, I get, they're just attention-seeking little dicks who didn't get enough fucking attention as a Wayne.
Belongs. Whoa!
Dude, leave me alone. They just me over in there.
What'd they do? Are you okay? That's the second curbing, by the way.
No, I'm not okay.
Damn, homie Slade. These pseudo-police go under the name cart narcs, and this wobbly fella is one of their nicer encounters. Sometimes confronting lazy folk can get a lot more dangerous, though. Darn tootin'. This guy must be one of the biggest foes I've ever seen. After getting stamped with a bumper magnet, this mighty opponent hops down off his horse to square off. Watch what happens next.
Why would you do that, sir?
Because you ain't worth a piece.
I am too, sir. Blocked your tax, sir. Thankfully, I'm a good dodger. Now, sir, can you just take your cart back? Sir, I'm a cart narc. Agent Cordell.
I'm a killer.
Well, sir, that's not nice.
I'm fixing to put about 6 right in your forehead.
Sir, that's against the law.
I don't give a what you do is harassment.
No, it's not, sir.
Yes, it is.
That cart could harass somebody. Why do you keep approaching me, sir?
Because I'm fixing. Stay away from me.
Sir, that cart, will you take your cart back where it belongs, sir? Please.
Go ahead, make my day, because I don't think any town is big enough for the both of them. Luckily, our trusted narketeer here returned the cart himself and order was restored. When did these lands get so lawless and lazy? I don't care if someone's paid to collect the carts. If you can swag around the store grabbing Totino's pizza rolls, you can take your damn cart back to the cart return. Until then, if there's a score to settle, best believe cart narcs will be close by to keep us safe. Long and winding road. There are few things I like more than a nice stroll through the woods, but for physically handicapped people, forests aren't the most accessible places. Partly because of the irregular undulating roads, and partly because of doo-doo heads like this next lycra-clad miscreant. So the person who captured this video uses a mobility device to get around. He was pootling along a dirt track, minding his own business, when Spandex Karen stepped into his path to complain.
You're not supposed to have e-bikes on this thing.
This is a handicap piece of equipment.
And?
And what?
Show me the rules saying that you're allowed to do this.
You're serious? Who are you?
Come on, buddy. You're breaking the rules at the park.
It's a handicap piece of equipment. I can't walk.
You should have led with that.
Led with that? Oh, I'm sorry. Should our adventurous friend be bound to...
That'd be funny. Like, look at it. Like, look at the fucking mobility wheelchair. It's clearly a fucking disability device, not an e-scooter. You fucking moron.
I was ran his ass over, me.
I think I would have spontaneously gained the ability to walk special to kick his head and...
God gives you like 5 seconds worth of walking.
Oh yeah, like God would have done me a solid there, and then it was like, alright buddy, you can get your legs back for 5 minutes. Like, thanks God. You know, deal with fucking business, get back in chair, go on with life. Like,
the problem is, I think I know the rules are about, because like some of England's ones have it now.
Yes.
It's more a fact of not banning e-scooters, it's the fact of banning folks like they say don't go fucking hell for leather.
Yeah.
Keep to like the 8 mile speed limit that you have for the pedestrian footpaths, which like say cyclists don't do anyway.
Yeah.
That guy was clearly not blasting
he was
along.
Maybe free.
He was just gently driving her up and down, enjoying the scenery.
Yeah.
So I say I would just like walk to full speed and just ran his ass over, and his bike.
Yeah, fair.
Wheel around with a golf sign saying can't use legs for the rest of his life? No. Now, the cyclist's concerns may well have come from a good place. Motorized vehicles can chew up muddy paths and make them dangerous for everyone. But the second you find out the man is disabled, you'd apologize and tell him to have a nice day, no? Just be a little more understanding next time and don't get so butthurt for being proved wrong. Fitness fools. Who doesn't wish they were doing a little bit better in life? That's why so many people go to the gym. Sadly, some suckers forget gyms are public spaces for everyone and go out of their way to make others uncomfortable. In a video shared on TikTok, one lady claims she caught a man creeping on her as she was doing sets. Check it out.
Nobody's looking. He has his phone in his hand.
Oh, no, never mind. It's not. I was gonna say, isn't this
And
the
then
one where it turns out
briefly,
the guy was fucking
after
blind?
he walks through,
No, it's not. 'Cause
you
he-
can
he
see
literally just checked
that
his watch. Oh, no.
he's going to lift his camera up. He's going to take a quick Snapchat with the finger, and put it right back down.
Did you see that? Let me play it again.
Snapchat with the finger, and put it.
Hang on. Let's recreate this.
As a gamer who does a lot of Snapchatting, that's not.
Hang on.
That's not where your finger would go to do a Snapchat.
Right. No, we're saying he's coming to flash with his finger.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You know you can turn off flash on your phones anyway.
I mean, yeah. The Snapchat automatically turns it off because it does a screen flash effect rather than your built-in camera flash effect.
So I'm sitting here, right? Now she's claiming he's taking pictures of her ass.
Mm-hmm.
So the phone, is it covering up there? Got his phone here. She's like there.
Yes.
Yeah, don't say his camera's reaching like that angle.
Yeah, I mean, like, he
He's
does kind
behind
of flick it up that way, but also, like...
It's like that.
Like, my assumption would be in that situation, he's turned on his phone, he's trying to get Face ID to work, it's not working, so he's done that to get it to go, and there it goes, it's recognised my fucking face.
That is wearing glasses, so he's probably like knee size, so like trying to get the focus. So he fucking see the damn thing.
Like, those would be my assumptions, and that's the
Put it right back down.
Nope, still nothing. Poor guy's just taking a break between sets. Sure, he moves his phone, but that doesn't warrant her baseless accusations of him photographing her or her going on to accuse him of being a predator. Does anyone else see the irony here? She's literally filming the whole gym, so what does that make her?
She's supposed to be filming her phones. What they claim.
Yeah.
Then why is the camera on the side where the fucking weight is?
Some people are stupid. Now rephrase that.
Fortunately, the gym canceled her membership, which should teach her a lesson. But like a fierce multi-headed hydra of victimhood, cutting off one head only spawns another. This lady decided other gym goers weren't good enough targets and mocked the staff instead.
I can't make this up.
What's your problem here? The cleaner is cleaning? No one frickin' cares about your lunges, lady. This video got a lot of flack online, and I can see why. So much so that the poster came out with a 6.5-minute apology, where she said a lot without saying anything. It was very woe is me. I'm from an immigrant family too. I would never disrespect someone doing a job like this. Lady, you just did. Seriously, when did we all start getting our backs up against the wall when we done goofed instead of just saying sorry? Videos like these have riled online fitness communities, with many calling for a ban on filming in public gyms. I can see why. But what if I told you there's another way? Check this out.
PLV, you tell people when they're in the frame.
Excuse me, do you know how I'm filming this way? Do you mind being in the frame? Cool, yeah? Pardon? Oh no, you can stay! No. By the way, just so you know, I'm filming this way. I don't mind. I'm gonna say, like, do you mind?
Those thighs.
Oh no, you're not gonna ruin it. It's okay.
Fitness influencer Natalie B. Fitness dares when no one else will. She asks people if they mind her filming. Is she the chosen one?
Yeah.
No. No offense, Natalie. It's just not that damn hard to be a decent person. Respect that other people have a right to use the space too, and don't be a turd. Streaming snafu. Ugh, here we go again. Another horrendous IRL streamer coming your way. This time it's Eliza Jordana. She made headlines in April 2024 after a catastrophic livestream went viral online. In the hard-to-watch 2-hour-long video, Eliza discovers that
she's got 3 phones.
Yes.
She's laughing on one, talking on another one.
Yes.
And driving.
Yes. While operating 3 mobile devices.
Yeah.
America.
America.
What's
remember now?
America. Fuck yeah.
If I remember correctly, she also read the chat as well.
Yes. Coming again, it's having my fucking day, yeah. America. Fuck yeah.
You remember?
Lick my ass and suck on my balls.
You remember Team America there, Obi?
Yeah. Terrorist game is through.
Well, I love that one. What I do love about that movie
have to as a turn.
was because there's action coming in.
America.
Everyone believes there'll be no sex scenes in this.
Yeah,
You can't have
immediately a
I
sex
can't have a sex scene with puppets.
It's like 40-minute mark sex.
Yeah.
Straight to plastic.
Promise you won't die and I'll fuck you right now. I won't die.
40-minute mark in the movie, Barbie and Ken get fucking heated. It's great, bro. Fucking
Well, look, they did leave like the Barbie and Ken style. Like,
literally just
wow.
Just flat. There ain't nothing there. It's just plastic bump and plastic. This fucking genuinely the best bit of the movie. Because it's such a stupid bit, but it works so fucking well as a bit.
Yeah, I love the people like, I know it's sad about America being dicks, but there'll be no sex scenes in this.
You wouldn't go there, right? I know they went there. Fuck.
Think about one person. Puppets, an action puppet for kids. It'd be great for the kids. Like,
No, you fucked up big time, Bucky. Unless your kids are about 14, you just fucked up big time.
Yeah, I think like I remember just like, probably throw the kids like when they were 10, like, and I went, oh no.
And she sits down like, I got this great movie for the kids on DVD, and you just fucking drop kicked it clean across the room like, no! Satan be gone! Nine! Like, I had a similar thing with my mom. I go,
Dutch Party, was it?
Huh?
Dutch Party, was it?
No, it was Team America World Police. I had the DVD copy. I'd kept it. We had like a big DVD shelf in the living room for years, just full of DVDs. It used to live on the bottom right shelf of the cabinet, which was like my collection of DVDs. At some point, and like without me like actually noticing, because I don't really pay attention to my DVD collections, like my mum had like reorganized the DVD cabinet, and like had assumed, because it's got like puppets on it, it was like a Thunderbirds type of a movie.
Yeah.
Which it kind of is, to be fair. But she assumed it was like
a lot of owls did.
Yeah, like she didn't like look at the age tag. She just like Team America puppets. Oh right, okay, it's a kids film. Didn't really like check. So like had put it on like the kids movie shelves.
Yeah.
And like I hadn't noticed. And like we had like some of the kids around. I think it was for like Christmas or something a few years ago. We had like some of the kids staying with us, like in the family. And like normally if, like we've got like the kids around and be like, all right, go like pick like some movies. Like we'll do like a movie night and we basically keep them fucking entertained for a couple hours so they can sit down, shut up, and like not get in bother for 20 minutes. And so like kids went over picking fucking Frozen, the full box set of the Tinkerbell movies because my mum's that flavour of autistic girl. Fucking Warhorse, because I'll be honest, I kind of gaslit my little cousin into picking Warhorse because I like Warhorse. It's a good movie. So I'm like, Warhorse! And then, the time-honoured tradition of make the youngest pick Watership Down by telling him, oh, it's a really good movie about little bunny rabbits, and then giving him no further context about Watership Down.
Yeah. Probably scarred him a child.
Yeah, and like all the older kids who you've already done this to know exactly what's about to happen. And they don't really want to relive that trauma again, but they really like the idea of their little sibling reliving that trauma for the first time, so they let it happen. That whole thing. And what like they came over like going through the DVDs, right? And I'm not really paying attention. I'm just kind of on my phone, And like mum puts in the DVD. It's like, right, sit down, kids. Fucking
America.
Yeah, I literally hear America, and I throw my phone and go, what? No. Show me that DVD box. Show me that. Bring me that box. Wait a minute. Team America World Police. I've never got up off of a couch quicker. Like, I fucking... Like, it's like I'm sat on the couch, right? My mum's like on the chair to like my left, right? Basically corner vision on the kids. And the kids are between me and the TV, where the DVD player is. So I leap out of the couch, and I fucking just vault over the children, and just hit eject on the Xbox. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what the fuck, Vegas? And I was like, Matt, look at the box. What fucking box? Look at the box for the DVD. Yeah, it says Team America World Police. Yeah, look at the bottom left of the box. Oh, no! Yeah! They can't watch that. They're like 9. They can't watch that. Because, like, but it's got puppets. It's like, yes, kids, it does have puppets, but the puppets do and say a lot of no-no things.
A lot of
no-no things that I'm not quite ready to explain to any of you. And quite frankly, neither are your parents. So no.
Can you imagine that you weren't...
I'm not getting blamed for this one. Thank you.
Can you imagine if you weren't there and went through with it?
Oh yeah. My mum would have been in some trouble.
40 minutes till the sex scene comes on, like no out there at all.
Oh yeah.
They're all just drinking in the kitchen. All they hear like,
Oh, that's the thing. There was literally 2 adults in the building, and I was one of them. And like, even then, I was like literally a new adult. I'd just turned 18.
Yeah.
But no, I tell a lie. I was 17. It was because I was 18 in lockdown. So I just turned 17. So I wasn't even technically an adult yet.
So you can imagine like the kids like come at 40-minute mark. What are they doing?
Yeah.
What do you mean what they do? Oh.
What are the puppets doing? It's like, oh no. Like I was, like, cause it took me a second. Cause I was just like scrolling Facebook and like I heard America, and I assumed it was my phone at first, and I realized I had my phone on mute, and I went, oh, like the mental math kind of kicked in of like fuck. They found Team America. No. I can't get blamed for this. No.
There's only one movie that tagline that exists.
There's only one movie that starts with America. Like, no, I can't get blamed for this. I've been blamed for enough shit with these children. I'm not getting blamed for this one. No. For the first time ever, I'm going to be a responsible big cousin. And I'm going to pole vault a group of children, which admittedly was not very responsible or safe, so I can eject a DVD. Like an action hero. I felt like Jackie Chan. It was fucking beautiful.
Quick forward roll there to go beep.
I genuinely believe I was at like a 180 degree horizontal angle as I hit the Xbox.
Slow-mo action.
Like, fucking... Like, it is the fastest I've ever moved in my life.
I think my sister once put like an anime on from one of my like I think it was on Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
She just picked one around and like, and I was walking past, and I was like, oh, this one seems good. And it was like slowly over the credit. And your brain processed for a second, like, she didn't just prick that, did she? She did just like, she did. Oh shit!
Yeah, fuck. Now the worst one I had for that, right? Because this genuinely caused a 6-month argument in my family about whether or not I was the asshole, and I ended up winning the argument.
All right.
And we'll get to how. So I was down in England, like down here in England, visiting some family, and I don't remember why, like what the event was that we were down for, but I was staying at my cousin's, right? Because like, at the time my cousin had a garage shed kind of thing with like a loft space that like was a spare bedroom for like basically like a guest room.
I don't know about.
So like I was staying in there. I think me and my mum were staying there, and I think my gran was staying with one of my aunties, if I remember rightly. So it was just like me and my mum staying with the cousin. But the cousin we were staying with, she was like a son and a daughter. And I'd gone in the house because like A, I needed to pee, and B, I wanted breakfast. So I went into the house, fucking, how you doing, cousin? How you doing? Pleasantries as we go through the kitchen. Go up the stairs, right? Because the bathroom's upstairs. We'll go upstairs. Go for a pee, right? And the room next door to the bathroom is like my little cousin's like bedroom, like the son. I think he would have been 8, maybe 9 at the time, give or take 8, 9 years old, somewhere in that region. and I'm having a piss, you know, kind of a little tired still. And I hear a very familiar song. I hear the opening, the season 1 opening specifically to Attack on Titan play.
Oh, dear Lord.
It's like 9:30 in the morning. Like, it's early for me. And like, it's like the summer holidays too.
Yeah.
It's like, it's early for the kid, you know? So I'm like, what the fuck? Am I having a stroke? Am I hearing fucking, are we the prey? No, we are the hunters, but in Japanese? Like, am I having an auditory hallucination, or is someone in this house way more chill than I thought previously? So I finish having a piss. I come out of the bathroom, and sure enough, I'm not having an auditory hallucination because it's gotten louder since I've opened the bathroom door. So I kind of, you know, follow my ear, track down the noise. Sure, yeah, it's coming from little cousin's room. So I fucking chap the door, you know, thinking like maybe like it's his alarm or something, you know, doof doof. No response. Doof doof doof. No response. I'm like, fuck it. Like, worst case scenario, he's having a wank to something weird. Fuck it. So, you know, fuck it. Throw open the door. Alright, wee man, how you doing this morning, right? Sure enough, wee cousin sat on his bed, right? Fucking Netflix up. Fucking, like, episode 9 of Attack on Titan season 1. It's like, oh. Right? Fucking, my wee cousin, he turns to me, right? Fucking, eyes bright fucking red. Like, at first I thought he was high. Right? Eyes are bright fucking red.
Probably horror.
Massive black circles. Right? Fucking can of Red Bull. Again, he's 9. You know, 8, 9, maybe 10, right? And it's like, I have so many questions about what this is right now here, buddy. So we're just going to go through them one by one here. First off, is that Attack on Titan you're watching? Aye, it is, big cousin. Right. Question 2. Does your parents know you're watching Attack on Titan? No, they don't, cousin. Right. Question 3. Are you fucking high? No, cousin. Why? You look high. Question fucking 4. Is that a Red Bull in your hands? Yes, cousin. Final question, and answer this one. Like, really think before you answer this one. Did you sleep? No, cousin.
How many episodes of this have you watched?
You stayed up all night watching Attack on Titan, didn't you? Yeah, cousin, I did. Right. So, I grabbed the little shit by the fucking ear, right? Fucking, not literally, I think I grabbed like his shirt or some shit, right? Grab hold of him, right? Other hand comes over, grab the Red Bull and confiscate that shit, because like, A, you're a child, and B, mine now. Free caffeine. Right, fucking marches us downstairs, right? Into the fucking living room, right? Through the living room, into the kitchen, right? Sit him down at the table, right? His mum's there in the kitchen, right? Making breakfast for cunts, right? Slam the fucking Red Bull down on our kitchen counter. I'm like, right, cousin Maz, right? Excuse me. Here's the scenario, right? Here's fucking lay it out for her, right? So, right, your son's been up all fucking night, for one, right? 2, and I don't know how, and I don't want to know how, he's gotten hold of Red Bull, which, for the record, is mine now, by the way, young man. Right? Claimed tax, fuck you. Right? Third off, he's been watching Attack on Titan, right? My cousin Maz goes, oh, what's that? So I proceed to spend the next like 40 minutes kind of trying to explain Attack on Titan without sounding like a sociopath for knowing it. You know, of like, right, so it's like, it's a thing called anime, right? Which is, it's like a Japanese cartoon, but like,
not for children.
It's like, it's for adults, but it's not like that, if that makes sense. It's kind of just dark and twisted. You got like these big giant dudes who eat people, and it's really gory, and it's just no age appropriate, right? It's like, Mads is kind of taking this on board, right? At least I think so, right? A couple days go by. I get a phone call off one of my aunties about this issue.
Yeah.
She's playing fuck at me, being like, how fucking dare you fucking tell my fucking daughter what my fucking grandson can and can't fucking watch on his fucking tail, all that pish, right? So, after about fucking 6 months, right? After this, that starts. The family's basically cut in half, right? Half the family think I'm a cunt because how fucking dare I fucking dictate. The other half of the family, who are vaguely familiar with either the show itself or
anime in general,
you know, the shit I get up to online as an internet degenerate, or on my team of like, look, if anyone's gonna know if that anime is kind of fucked, it's probably gonna be Vegas or Cousin Mairead, because they're the only two weebs in the family that aren't the other cousin that most of the family aren't comfortable around because they're trans. Anyway, I digress. So, eventually, right, it gets to a very important day in my schedule for that year, right? There's a family get-together happening, right? Like, pretty much the whole family is going to be at my Aunt Margaret's house for a big barbecue party, get pissed, eat burgers, kind of a celebration, watch the football, all that shit that normal people do, right? So, I phoned my Aunt Margaret ahead of time. She's on my team about the whole anime thing, right? She doesn't really get anime, but she knows that I'm a degenerate fuck, right? I run it past her, I was like, Aunt Mags, see at the get-together, right? Could I commandeer the living room telly for about 10 minutes? Why? So, remember, you know, remember the anime issue? Oh, yeah. Right, I want to pull up, like, on your TV, my Netflix account, log into my Netflix, and we'll pick an episode at random. Like, we'll just pick any old episode of Attack on Titan.
Don't pick an episode, just play the opening sequence.
To prove my fucking point.
Just play the opening sequence is enough.
No, it's really not to really send home my points. So, strangely, we ended up picking episode 1. And I didn't even bother playing all of episode 1. I just skipped to the bit where fucking the main character's mum gets fucking ripped in half by a giant man. And that kind of proved the fucking point. You know, we're watching the football. It got to like the half-time mark for the football match, which gave me about 20 minutes to go. So I pulled up Netflix, pulled up the episode, and fucking fast forward. Right about here, fucking, scream, help me, ripped into.
Blood everywhere.
Yeah, like the whole family, like, oh my god. Like everyone suddenly on the same page of, Vegas was right. We should have listened to Vegas.
And the more words is, it doesn't get any better from there.
Yeah, my cousin Mairead, who's a fellow weeb, is in the background just eating popcorn. Like, yeah, I remember this show. This was a good one actually. I might go rewatch this later. This was a good show. Because like me and Mairead are just kinda that flavour of autistic. It's fine. The other cousin that most families not too comfortable around is in the background, also just eating I think fruit or some shit. I think they were eating an apple at the time, just fucking. Same kind of stuff. Yeah, I remember that show. I remember the manga for that show.
Yeah.
For that flavour of weeb. You know, and I'm in the back, you know, I'm there front and centre just like, guys, not the fucking time to bring up the manga. We don't have time to explain to these old cunts what manga means. Like,
how horrific.
Let's stay focused on the task at hand, people.
Oh, it's something more horrific than the fucking anime is.
Yeah, you know, like fucking, let's stay focused on the task at hand here, right? Fucking eyes on the objective, gentlemen. Thank you. Right, fucking. Weirdly enough, that was the last time my family ever fucking questioned me when I said if something was or was not age appropriate for their fucking children.
I remember when...
that was the day my whole family learned the fucking lesson of, if Vegas of all people in this family says, that shit ain't appropriate for your kids, you pay a fucking attention to him, because he means it.
It reminds me of like the Return of the Shield Hero. The animes I watched.
Again, apparently great anime.
It is a good one, actually.
Never seen it, heard great things.
It's got a good mix between dark comedy and some nice, like, good light moments in it. There's one particular scene where when the princess is getting like brought on trial for basically framing the main character for trying to rape her.
I should do.
But she's been sleeping with like one of the other heroes all the time. Right, and she comes to him again. Says, "Girl, because in the anime they bring out the fact again, you did try and it's brushed over." In the manga, it brings up where the queen literally turns to the daughter who's on trial and maybe you should have slept with them, it would have done you a better deal. So then she turns to her 12-year-old daughter, right, saying, you should try and stay with him as well. It would be great for the kingdom to have his heir into the kingdom. Like, oh, I guess that went dark fast.
That sounds about right for that, yeah.
It's not in the anime at all, so if you only watch anime, you don't get any of that context, even though there's some tension between the daughter and the hero. I think the hero's about 19-ish and the daughter's 12, 13, which is in their kingdom.
Like, it's above board, it's fine.
Yeah, she's royalty anyway, so.
Yeah.
So that kind of question, I was like, if I didn't read the manga, I was like, because I read the manga after I watched the show.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is way more darker. Because one of the guys later on gets like one of the sins on his weapon, and he got the sin of lust, which turns his spear literally into a giant penis.
Sounds about right.
And he's stabbing people with it. It's like, that's a good thing. Because I remember watching the anime as well. It's like, they just toned it way the fuck down to basically a black spear. It's like, I can see.
You kind of have to be fair, don't you, though? Like,
I don't know, I was like cockballs in me.
Nah, that wouldn't have like flown in a lot of markets. Like,
what is the American market?
That her boyfriend, Bahram Alipur, who goes by.
Germany, honestly, most of Europe wouldn't let that fly either, to be fair, so.
Actually, Britain very rarely censors anime or manga.
I don't know, like we have the same censor for One Piece as the Americans do. And like, it's the single stupidest censor in history.
Which one's that?
Fucking cigarettes and a lollipop censor.
Not on the anime side.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. Not on our DVD releases, but on our streaming platform releases it is, with the exception of Crunchyroll.
I think Crunchyroll's technically a British release.
Yeah.
For licensing.
Crunchyroll is the only platform that's like official where you can get the non-censored version for the British release. Because when it was on, I think it might still be on Netflix actually, but when it was on Netflix a few years ago, when I considered getting into it, it was the American censorship.
Well, yeah, because Netflix is American, so it's just comes from America.
Even still, because you got to remember it with how Netflix works, because it's region lock shit.
Yeah.
Like they will sometimes release like different censored versions for different regions, so.
Very rarely.
Actually, more often than you'd think.
I know Baki wasn't censored at all.
What wasn't?
Baki.
True, but like Baki was more kind of violence, and like we don't really give a shit about violence in this country as a censorship
No,
issue.
it's the smoking and drinking in there as well.
True, but like, that's not. It was like well advertised as a not for kids anime, so you know.
By Z Scoro had been sending large sums of those live, but from drives of her vehicle driving, Eliza gets physically across the only fortunate part of scramble to be one of Tanya's relational than your typical boy meets girl toxic and heinous level of charge with something here is one of life's greatest joys, but you've got to respect the rules and regulations of the place you're going. Aussie TikToker Teron Williams Solis didn't, and he deservedly got a lot of hate for it. While in Japan, he thought it would be funny to enter a women-only carriage on the Japanese metro and declare himself a woman inspector. Tehran proceeded to be disrespectful towards the existence of the carriage, saying it was like being in Saudi Arabia, a country where women don't enjoy many of the freedoms we do in the USA. Except these carriages aren't there to oppress women. If anything, they protect them from creeps like this guy. See, public transport in Japan isn't very safe for women. Men are known to try to take dodgy photographs or physically harass them. That's why the carriage exists. So merely marching on for content shows how little respect Solis has towards the country he's visiting. Just do yourself a favor, bro. Stop. Black to basics. Who here wants to get rich? Luckily, YouTube millionaire Mike Black is here to show us how easy it is. In 2020, he gave up his home, his contacts, and his multi-million-dollar business to start again from scratch. The goal was simple, to prove he could go from $0 to $1 million in 12 months. Mike started the $1 Million Comeback Challenge by flipping free furniture on Craigslist from his phone. After 5 days, he'd made enough money to buy himself a computer. In 2 weeks, he was renting an office space. After 3 months, he transitioned into a social media manager and started a coffee brand. Whoa. Well, dear viewers, after 12 grueling months, Mike Black... What? Huh? He only made $64,000 and quit after 10 months? Okay, hold on. Mike had to quit because his father had fallen sick and Mike himself was struggling with health problems. The bottom line is his well-being was more important than a novelty YouTube challenge. But, that being said, his vainglorious attempt to gaslight people into believing anyone can do it and it's just a mindset catastrophically failed.
I don't think it did. Because...
It just became victim of circumstance realistically there. But
well, no, because I remember watching the video. I remember watching like a bit of the series and like dived into it a little bit.
Yeah.
He made 64,000 profit.
Yeah.
Not 64,000 total.
Yeah, not 64,000 gross.
Yeah. Which is what people seem to forget.
Yeah, 64k profit.
I think total he made something like about 500,000.
Yeah, which even then, 64k profit over 10 months is pretty impressive.
Especially when starting a new business, because usually you're in the red on your business for at least the first 2 years.
Like that's kind of impressive, Loki. Like.
Yeah, And he made good about 15 grand just flipping the free furniture with people out of skips.
Yeah.
On Craigslist.
Which ain't fair. Okay, that's actually a good idea, like the Craigslist free furniture flip. Like, that's actually a smart plan.
That's what the thing is. They're going to. That's a lot of skips, and that's why the recycling centres will stop you from picking stuff out. Because these people would go there, and buy stuff from there to refurbish. That's what we do now, because the people there get the right now to do that. They pick some bits out for them to do.
Yeah.
You basically get them out, clean them up, give them like a paint, bash them off for an extra 30-40 quid.
Yeah, which ain't fair.
You know, upcycling, I think it's.
Yeah, it's upcycling. Yeah.
You know, it's getting quite popular recently. That's what he did. He got some like banger cars and digging out to the drove and passed to like the MOT.
Yeah.
Then passed them on for a quick profit. You know,
Like,
quick dirty money technically.
Yeah.
But it worked. And I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, it didn't," because they say, "Oh, 64,000." Like, no, that's like net that you made.
Yeah, that's like profit.
You know, you got about close to $500,000 in 10 months, and if you ran the other 2 months, you probably would have breached the $1 million gross.
Yeah.
Which was his claim was, not that you'd be, you know, $1 million net, it'd be $1 million gross.
Yeah.
You know. He wasn't
Look,
that far off.
life happens. It's sad, but the Poor People Should Work Harder Brigade never considers that. When the going got tough, Mike abandoned ship. Which is a lot easier to do when you've got health insurance and a mansion waiting for you. Anyways, this whole experiment was totally stupid. Mike didn't start from nothing. He had a lot of knowledge from running a successful company. He didn't...
Yeah, that's the point though, the video was, he had the knowledge. He basically said, if I'm bankrupt, could I get back to where I was?
Yeah.
And that was the whole point of it, was his knowledge. And it's like, yes, I can. And like, the knowledge he's on about is fully like, everyone knows you can pick up free furniture from skips.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what fucking eBay and Craigslist was.
Yeah.
You know, it's not hard to think.
The only difference is like not everyone knows how to start a fucking coffee brand, but like.
Yeah, but you can pick it up.
Yeah, like it's information you can get a hold of without too much difficulty. In fairness.
Yeah. You know, even just like keep running a business of selling like recycled furniture.
Yeah.
We'll turn with £1 million in about 10 months if you increase the thing enough.
Yeah, like we brought in like some assistants, got enough incoming, outgoing going on with like product, like doable.
Yeah, because the best way you do it if like get product in for that kind of thing is you start a house removal business.
Yeah.
And you target like deceased families, whores and that type of stuff. Like we'll take everything out. You want everything gone? No problem. Everything gone. Pick out the pieces that no going to sell. Send them to the shop for recycling.
Yeah.
Upcycling. Send the rest to recycling centres.
You know, job done. Like
2 profit streams in one. It's not a hard business plan to work out, and it's one that's worked a few times. I mean, most charity shops do that kind of.
Yeah.
Especially when they do dealing furniture, do that kind of like mindset.
Yeah.
You know.
Ugh. Wipe his memory on day one, and even with his know-how, he barely broke the average American salary. Cringe. Sure, in 10 months it's impressive, but it's majorly short of the lofty $1 million target. That's the thing, success is like 90% luck. I'm not saying don't work hard, of course, but equating a lack of finances to a lack of effort is so lame.
It's not really.
What Mike finds easy or evidently doesn't isn't the same for everyone. Be less toxic, please.
Don't get me wrong, there are some people that work hard and don't make money because the jobs they're in or educational background don't allow it.
Yeah.
But there are that flavour of like university student coming out recently who just want to be, you know, start from like, I'm at university now, I want that £150,000 job offer in that building over there.
Yeah.
Like, no. Start here and then you can work your way up there. No, I deserve that one.
Which, like, in fairness, I think that mostly comes down to my generation kind of looking at capitalism and going, why the fuck are we doing this? Why are we running with such a stupid idea?
Because communism doesn't work either.
True, but fucking, you know, all I'm saying is we should figure out a fucking better idea than both. I ain't saying I've got a better idea, I'm just saying there's gotta be a better option than
the options that do currently exist, from like Marxism, socialism, communism, capitalism, I think bartering decom Marxism is one of them, which is the only other one that theoretically works, but it doesn't quite work as well.
Yeah.
Only works on small scales, not large scales. Is capitalism the only one that actually works on a large global scale?
Again, I feel like we should come up with a better idea though. Like you say it works. But also under capitalism, like look at America.
Yes.
Capitalism works. Oh, you've got the a basic common cold that we can fix in 10 minutes. $40 million, please, to not die.
Yes, but ours is not going to be better.
Like,
we got to wait you get cancer, you got to wait 6 months before you start treatment.
True.
America,
but
you get cancer, you start treatment straight away.
Still. Like,
it's one of those things is, yes.
There's got to be better fucking solutions.
For us, at the point of contact with the A&E, the NHS works quite well.
Yes.
Beyond that,
yes.
Dog shit.
Like, that's what I'm saying. There's got to be a better fucking solution than everything we're doing.
Yes, first off.
Not just as, like, countries, but just globally. Like, clearly we've all got the wrong fucking idea.
First off with the NHS, is you take, like, the half of the money that goes into the NHS, which goes on to accountants.
Yeah.
And office workers, which have nothing to do with.
Yeah, they do fuck all.
Medicine. And go.
Yeah, cut their fucking wage because they do fuck all.
Cut them least in half because there's not that many needs. Because most of them like adjusters and that type of stuff, like fraud.
Yeah.
It's like NHS free for anyone, no matter what income is levels. So I don't look to see where the fucking fraud is in this. To be honest.
I mean, precisely.
So I don't know why the fraud department's even there to begin with. Then there's like I think about 4 million goes on negotiation staff.
Yeah. Who again do fuck all.
Put it, give it a bad applause. When I was doing my therapy, right, I had to get a taxi down because I didn't have a car.
Yes.
The taxi they booked, right, came from Darlington.
Yes.
To pick me up from this house.
Yes.
To go to Chester.
Yes.
And I was pointing out, why didn't you get one from Chester? Well, because our local NHS only books. The NHS and local NHS was based in Darlington. Negotiate for the entire region.
Yes.
And they negotiate with one firm in Darlington first, instead of locally for each area. Like, that's the most stupidest and wasteful.
It is. It's fucking ridiculous. But
I think one guy told because he worked at the department for a bit against. I think in 1 year they wasted nearly best part 500,000 on taxi fares alone using that policy. Right. And if you turn over the whole country and over all the NHS branches,
yeah,
there's best part of 5 million there
easily.
Buffalo wildin' out. I'm a nervous flyer. Waiting around in airports makes me twitchy. But I've never lost my mind like Ohioan Jennifer.
Oh, this woman.
I have no idea who that is.
She almost killed half an airport.
That does not narrow that down.
Okay, hold her. While waiting for her flight out of Atlanta's airport, she treated herself to a delicious, nutritious meal at Buffalo Wild Wings. Trying her luck, Jennifer dined and dashed without paying, but beeline straight for a locked security door. Alarms immediately started blaring, alerting security staff who came running over to confront her. So Jennifer did the only logical thing you can do. Started screaming in their face. Jeez. Now you'd think the gig was up. However, what Jennifer did next was so insane I can't put it into words. Just look. She sprayed airport staff with a fire extinguisher.
That sounds about right.
Still 2-1 right in the faces.
Yeah.
Which caused a lot of the staff to go into a hospital for lung damage.
Damn, I'm not good with spice, but I've never needed fire safety training to chow some wings. Once police officers finally pried the extinguisher out of Jennifer's sauce-covered hand, she was taken to Clayton County Jail to face multiple charges. Because of her ridiculous outburst, 3 flight attendants suffered breathing issues. Luckily, they fully recovered. Just let that be a lesson, kids. If you can't handle the heat, stick to lemon pepper wet. Robin Hood. One of my favorite English heroes is Robin Hood. Steal from the rich and give to the poor.
I would do Robin Hood. Give rich to the rich, give to the poor. Give that poor person all the gold coins. I'm rich now. Oh, you're rich now, are we?
To be fair, I've always preferred smob and smooth. Steal from the rich, give to myself.
Yeah.
Like.
Top bloke.
Like, fuck you, got
But in recent years, his message has been somewhat sullied by a rogue gang acting out of the UK. Over a 4.5-year period, the gang made thousands of false claims for universal credit, a British benefits scheme, scamming the welfare system, and pocketing millions for themselves in the process. By using hijacked identities, the gang falsified payslips, employment letters, and rental agreements to fool and steal money from the government. If any claim got rejected, they'd simply resubmit it until they got the money. In 5 years, the crooks made a staggering £50 million, or around $65 million. Sheesh. Remember, this money is put aside to help the most vulnerable.
That's in 5 years. That's 10 million a year. That's... How the fuck did I cut them out earlier?
I mean, 10 million a year.
Just shy of about 900,000 a month.
Yeah, I'm way ahead of that math.
You're talking about how many people...
What, about 130 cases, give or take? Like 130 stolen identities would, like, being attributed to a universal credit claim? Assuming all of them claimed, like, full benefit, full housing support, etc., etc.
Let's have a look. For a single person claimed full benefit on universal credit, like that's full sick, full housing lot.
Yeah.
Is about 1,300 quid.
About that, yeah.
Add on PIP onto that.
So we're running the assumption and go for PIP. They just did pure uni credit.
For uni credit, 1,300. So you're looking to maximise the profit of 900,000 a month for get the 10 million a year.
Yeah.
You're talking they submitted per month something close to about 700 claims would have to be.
Maybe about that, yeah. 1,300 to hit 900,000 monthly, yeah. About 700 claims.
Yeah.
Give or take.
And those 700 claims got to keep held the full year.
Yes.
And they made 50 million in the 4.5, so they're probably submitting more because of the rejection rate as well. So you're talking about they probably processed 1,000 claims a month.
Probably about that, yeah.
So how the fuck do they not pick on that at all? It amazes me. Since England only has technically, I think an employed population of 3.5 mil.
It's about that, yeah.
Of 55, so a boost of 1,000 a month would flag as a...
So you'd think they'd notice, but also it's the government, so like nadding and...
Vulnerable. But in a Robin Hood reverso, these greedy individuals were taking from the poor to make themselves rich. But in 2021, it all came crashing down when police raided 3 factories where the crew were cooking documents. Inside, they found bundles of cash stuffed into suitcases, luxury cars, and designer clothing and watches. The 5 ringleaders who originally hailed from Bulgaria were jailed for between 3 and 8 years. Seems a little lenient to me. Still, they're better behind bars than continuing their devious game. Big Baby. Being a parent is one of the greatest privileges in life.
I guarantee half that money's on offshore accounts, but they can't get it back. So they come out in 3-5 years, like, we still got a couple mil.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Which is, it's always raised the question to people, like, you like when people do like the big fraud fucking busts, right? Like they get caught, and like every single time it comes out in the news.
Yeah.
Or they've like millions stashed away in the Cayman Islands.
Yeah.
Like that makes it unretrievable.
Yes. Because Cayman Islands won't get any bank details of who owns what accounts.
Well, do you know how we solve do you know how we solve that problem? Get that money back. Do you know how we do that? Invade the fucking Cayman. What's the fucking Cayman Islands gonna do if the fucking British military rock up? Right. I feel like the Cayman Islands ain't really got the fucking military prowess.
They do
to defend themselves.
They do in a way because of one simple ruling. Because of a specific thing, the UN has their own banking information in the Caymans.
Again, like all I'm saying.
So the Caymans, under international agreement, is theoretically protected under NATO. So if we did invade to get the money back,
given we're part of NATO, like given we're a founding member of NATO, it's basically in charge of fucking NATO. I feel like no one's gonna try and stop us from invading the Cayman Islands. Mainly because what the fuck are the Cayman Islands gonna do about it?
I mean, the worst one is Liechtenstein.
What you get? Why don't we just invade Liechtenstein? What the fuck is Liechtenstein gonna do about it?
Because like some governments have got the money back from the Caymans.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of fuckery, but they have done it. Liechtenstein, not a chance.
Again, it's just invade Liechtenstein. What the fuck is Liechtenstein gonna do about it?
An army of PMCs.
Think I give a fuck about PMCs? Again, I'll hip toss some PMCs into the fucking pavement like Argonians. I don't give a fuck. like come Nerevar come. We have Argonians to hip toss.
Release the Argonians!
Right, we have Argonians to hip toss into the carbon Nerevar. Come on, let's fucking get Liechtenstein.
Unless you're co-parenting with a literal scumbag. In a viral Reddit post, a concerned wife shared an insane text exchange she'd had with her irate husband. He was threatening to leave.
Hang on. You mean breastfeed? Oh yeah, I remember this. I remember this now.
The breastfeeding, talk about it. I can't read the rest of that because the goddamn subtitles have got in the way. Son of a bitch. You know, like seeing it, maybe I can just do it in a different room. Aye.
Because she decided to breastfeed their infant son. Haha, what? Just you wait, it gets so much worse. He goes on.
Well, we didn't talk about it, you just did it. And it's not about seeing it, I know it's happening. I'm done. Let me know when you're being discharged and I'll be there. Like you're divorcing me. Behind my back, and there's something I've stressed about not doing. That's no different than lying. It shows how you respect me. I didn't mean to disrespect you, I just wanted to give blank breast milk since he was born early. I know it's the best thing for him with the antibodies and other stuff you'll get from it.
On to chastise her for not respecting him and stealing joy from him. Joy? What joy? Well, in his insane logic, the husband
took a joy from you. I don't understand what you mean. Formula can still be used. I enjoy your something. Now they've been in. I enjoy your breasts. Now they've been in another man's mouth. I now no longer enjoy your tits. It's a leap of logic, buddy, but alright. Just child's name, not another man's. He's a male and your son. That makes it incestuous. It's not like that at all. I'm not saying anything I haven't told you before. Yeah, breastfeeding your babies is incest now. Awesome. Yeah, that sounds all fucking right at this fucking point.
Don't worry. It's alright.
It's not alright.
husband felt betrayed that his own son was getting some up-close time with one of his favorite private areas. Dude, on behalf of all men, you're seriously unhinged. But he didn't stop there. He went on to accuse his wife of cheating with their son. This guy is crazy. I don't know what the fallout was from this insane interaction, but I hope she and her son...
Yes. It was divorce.
Like, deserved. I'd have divorced him too.
He literally initiated divorce with on the pretext of
I'd have divorced
infidelity.
him.
No, he said he literally got to the hospital. Next day, he brought the divorce papers out, and on it was infidelity with son. So you can imagine the court when she went out against.
Oh yeah, like that must have been an interesting court hearing.
Yeah, you sleep with your son. Yeah, the son's like 3 months old. What?
Fucking
I was breastfeeding my child.
Does the prosecution have any further context to add here, or are you just stupid? My client is just stupid, Your Honor. I suspected as much.
The baby sucked on her tits. Therefore, it was incest. I can no longer enjoy those sweet nipples anymore, sir. Because my son breastfed.
Dumb as fuck, I swear to God, dude. Like,
I remember when I first read it, I was trying to sit there like, if I was a judge in that case, or any of the lawyers in that case, I'll be just Even his own lawyer couldn't have brought that case to the judge with the good conscience in his mind.
The Americans get fucking worse every fucking year, I swear to God, bro. Like, every year that passes, the Americans just keep raising the bar that is how fucking dumb are we.
What can I sue for?
It's not even work, it's just how fucking stupid can we get away with being. They keep raising that bar every year. Every time I think the record has been set, it will never be broken. Yet another American comes along to just fucking smash that fucking bitch clean out of the park. Every single fucking time.
It is like a challenge, isn't it?
It really is. Like, it's like everyone in America is actively competing in a new sport called Who Can Fuck Up the Funniest. Like, it's so stupid. I hate it. I hate it so much.
No, the problem is I wish there was the stupidest thing I've ever heard in a court case.
Like, it's not the stupidest thing I've heard in court, far from it, but it's still one of the stupidest fucking things I've ever heard at the same time.
It is rather painful, isn't it?
Like, it's easily top 10 dumbest things I've ever heard come out of a human's mouth.
I mean, he sat there, thought of it, got angry at
Had
it.
that thought process, didn't realise he was a moron, wrote it down, still didn't realise he was being stupid, sent it as a message, still didn't realise he was being a fucking moron, had it pointed out, you're a dickhead, and still didn't figure out he's a fucking idiot.
Even his own mother turned and said, "You're a fucking asshole."
Like, Jesus Christ.
When the mother-in-law agrees with the wife,
you know you fucked up. Like,
And are doing okay and are frankly as far away from that insecure little freak as they can get. Peeping Tom. Calling some people in this video the worst might be a little harsh, but that's definitely not the case for Thomas Elliott. I think he's actually the worst. One shopper mooching around Target on Greenville Boulevard, North Colorado, noticed Thomas was acting shadily. She had this strange feeling that he was following her, so she started filming, and it's just as well that she did. A short while later, she spotted Elliott approaching another female shopper, crouching down to look at something. He pulled out his phone, crouched behind her, and slid the phone beneath her, clearly trying to take a picture up her skirt. Look, I'm not showing the actual clip because an innocent lady is targeted, and I don't want my platform to celebrate this kind of gross behavior. She had no idea any of this happened until the lady filming called Elliott out. Now, it goes without saying this is disgusting. The police arrested Elliott, confiscated his electronics, and he was fired from the volunteer position he had at a school. Yuck. How this guy was allowed to work with children.
Still not as bad as shoe cam guy.
Yeah, I mean, true. Who still isn't as bad as Shoe Murderer guy, because that guy was just way too creative with how he did it.
Yeah. I mean, shoe cam guy was rather creative in his...
Shoe cam guy was creative, but like, he clearly just robbed the idea from Shoe Murderer and just like, kind of built on it. Like, it's not as impressive to me.
Shocks me. Look, the less said about this, the better. I sincerely hope that the victim is alright and that Elliott is swiftly dealt with. On that horrifying note, we've reached the end of the video.
Never things that would ruin your childhood.
No. It's after midnight and you said this was the last one.
Yeah.
I'm tired and I've got a meeting in 2 hours.
This is going to be the end of it, yes, don't worry.
Good.
3.5 hours, and you're free now.
Good.
So that's going to end the show. What do we have coming up in the next couple of weeks?
Don't know. I mean, we'll be back here Wednesday because we try to expand the streaming schedule a bit here.
I think me and you are going to have a Call of Duty competition.
A what?
Call of Duty competition between me and you.
Between Command and Conquer.
Command and Conquer, that's the one.
I'm gonna say like.
Don't know why you call it Call of Duty for.
I mean, if you want to do Call of Duty instead, I'll happily fucking pump you at Black Ops 6. I'm not a fucking problem with that, but like, at least with Command and Conquer, it's a fairly even battlefield.
I don't have Black Ops 6.
Bet you make more money than I do. You and I both know you could rectify that.
I don't want to drop 50 quid on a shit game.
Yeah, neither do I, unfortunately, though.
You pre-ordered that bitch.
You know, I didn't actually.
You did.
I did not.
No, you bought day release.
I bought it day one, yeah, because I didn't get paid till day one. And you know what? I don't regret it. It's actually a good fucking Call of Duty title. Like, I really like Black Ops 6.
Yeah, one of a head-to-head skirmish of
Command and Conquer Red Alert 3, yes. The best Command and Conquer game. No one will ever convince me otherwise. Generals is a close second place, but only because of the Geneva Convention war crimes you can commit in the game.
I don't know, Tiberium was pretty good.
It's good. It's like 4th place for me.
And they're just aliens into the mix.
Yeah, that's why it got dropped down to 4th. If they hadn't bothered with aliens, it would have been 3rd, but they brought aliens in, it fucked it, it brought it down to 4th for me.
That'll be probably about a week's time we're going to do that, because we're basically gearing ourselves up by playing the game to remember how to play it.
Yeah.
And going to the factions. I'm kind of going to the Russian faction at the moment.
That's fair.
I think you're going to the Japanese faction.
I'm training up for the Japanese. I remember the Japanese being a pretty good faction. I remember being like decent with them, so I'm trying to like kind of get back into the swing with Japan.
The Japans have the most variety of units, but they're not overall enough.
The fuck they do not.
They do.
They do not. Japan has next to no air capability whatsoever. Like Japan straight up does not get access to aircraft. They have tanks that can be aircraft if you want them to be.
We got the walking helicopters, walking tanks.
Yeah, that's
the walking planes.
Like every other faction gets dedicated planes, tanks, boats.
Yeah.
Japan gets dedicated tanks and boats.
No, you don't.
And some of both can be planes.
Even NZ tanks can be boats as well. Your tanks can be boats as well.
Correct, but there's only like 2 or 3 tanks that can be boats. And even then, like, they can all be built at both the tank yard and the dockyard, so.
And you do get your hands on the giant walking robot.
True, but he's a bitch to build. And, you know, even then. Because, like, there's 2. There's, like, the big fucking Shogunate looking bitch. And there's the MCV. And, like, the MCV, you can build quicker, but it's way less effective. For combat, it's more of, like, a support unit for, pulling cheeky strats, but it's also really expensive to build it for that job, so it's like
Oh, the MCV. Oh, yeah, the new construction yard.
Yeah, the mobile construction vehicle.
So that's one thing the Russians have advantage of, is they have that crane module you can build.
Yeah.
Which gives you a second production line, but doesn't expand your territory very much.
It doesn't, no. See, that's where, like, the big benefit with, like, playing Japan is, of, like with every other faction, you can only build shit within, like, a certain area.
Yeah.
And, like, you have to have shit around it. Yeah, not with Japan. You can put your shit where the fuck you want. Japan does not care.
So the best one with the Allies is you build things in your menu that's automatically built on the land.
Yeah.
With the Russians, you've got to build, like we're building it, and it's time for to construct it.
Yeah.
So if I'm clever with an MVC, I can build up a load of stuff ready in the base, move an MVC to a place close to your base, build it, and then whack down a load of fences and build capabilities there.
Yes.
And then just storm and fuck you.
Yes. But also Japan can do the exact same thing.
Yeah, because there's like droids rolling around.
Yeah, and again, because we can build bases pretty much wherever the fuck we want, with like no requirements in terms of like boundaries or anything.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just as easy, to be fair.
We do have the review on the survival gear we've got my hands on.
Do we?
Yes.
Didn't even know you'd picked up a survival game.
Gear.
Oh, the survival gear. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, we do have that coming. So I am very tired. I've not had caffeine since like fucking 2 o'clock. So I am fucking.
Remember about the survival cards that everyone raves about, saying the best things, it's like fucking bread.
Really not. They're so shit. Fucking. I hate survival cards so much. I hate everything about them. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate free shit. Like thank you for the gift of a free survival card. But like, if it wasn't free, I would be so pissed off at its existence. The only reason it's still on my desk is the fact it was a free gift, so it's just gonna kind of live in my possession forever because it was free. If I paid for that shit, I'd be fucking upset with myself.
The one I give you does have some like usage.
Yeah, not great ones.
You know, for like,
not uses I'm gonna have like anytime soon or ever for that matter.
I mean, same with me, because I usually have a knife with me anyway.
Yeah.
Which solves 90% of the problem that card has anyway. No, we did get the actual, supposedly wilderness survival cards.
They suck dick.
I mean, the best part of that whole pack is the amount of fishing line you get.
Yeah, and even then, I don't think it's going to be good fishing line.
It feels alright.
It doesn't look alright.
You know, so we'll get a review on that. I'll probably try and get that done by Wednesday, I think.
Yeah, fair.
So it takes about a couple of hours to basically go through them all and the various items on it.
Yeah, give them like little tests and that. See how breakable
Friday
it
at the
is.
latest. Because I need to get some wood, some dowling,
Yeah.
and that to do a couple of tests because we've got spear tips and shit on it.
To be fair, there's some trees nearby. I could just go steal some sticks.
Willow be nice for arrowheads. For arrows. Willow be nice.
Yeah, if I can find a willow.
You know, but it's like I don't have high hopes for this key.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
To be honest.
You really shouldn't.
I know a lot of people rave on it, but then got good reviews on it and stuff like that from so-called survival experts, but
Yeah, no. Like some of the ones like that are on Amazon look pretty good, but like nah.
so the only thing I got which is survival-ish,
Or not.
right, which I'll tell you now, was this
That's my favourite one.
Ajira Battlesong Saw, double-head saw.
Yeah, that's my favourite one out of the lot. Cause like, it low-key, it's a good saw.
It is a very good saw.
Like I came down this morning and like picked up and like tried to do a balisong trick with it and
Yeah.
like it like slightly dinked my finger and I was like, oh yeah, fucking prick.
Yeah.
Like it hit me so daintily and it was so sharp. It was like, oh yeah, fucking ow.
I mean, it's
Fuck.
it's
Like, it was
light
great.
enough. Its construction's fairly strong.
Yeah.
Blade's thin, which is supposed to be for what it's supposed to do. The teeth are nice and sharp and work for what you want. Weight-wise, compact, nice.
Listen, the teeth barely fucking like glinted at like my fingernail and like I felt that
Yeah.
shit so bad. Like it's so fucking sharp. It's great.
You know, come back down into like a fairly,
I'd say about the size of your hand, like
2, 4, 6 inches long, handle-wise.
yeah, about 6 inches.
You know, about what, 100, 300 grams at best in weight. And for a $5,
Yeah, for a $5 especially, fucking.
we've got this off Temu. That says a lot, anyway. And even the hand construction, I mean, that the
Like if
scales.
If I'd paid like maybe 25, 30 quid, I'd be disappointed. But even then, I'd only be disappointed in the handle.
Yeah.
Like 20 quid or less, yeah, perfectly fine. More than happy to have paid that for this saw. This is a decent little saw. But we'll save that for the actual review episode.
Yes, because we bring pictures up and some like camera footage of like using some bits and like trying to get them working.
Yeah.
Or I say try because I don't think half of them is going to fucking work, to be honest.
Yeah, especially not the survival cons, but
I'm impressed by them and disappointed at the same time.
I'm really not impressed by them.
The reason I'm impressed by them is they actually pattern these as survival cards.
Like, the main reason I'm not impressed by them is because it took me, 4 seconds to break one of the fishing hooks with my thumb.
I mean, I think they're around here somewhere, actually, isn't it?
You were playing with it earlier.
I've lost the hook.
Oh, good. There's a sharp object somewhere loose in Lego City.
Well,
Oh, there it is.
say sharp.
Yeah, sharp enough that if I stand on it in the dark, I'm gonna get fucking wheeled to A&E.
It's pointy.
Yeah, so sharp. Right.
I need a magnet to see what it's actually made out of.
If I owned a magnet, I would do that, but
I'm pretty sure it's like some mild steel.
nah, I'm still convinced that shit's aluminum because it's way too easy to manipulate with your hands.
I meant mild steel in my hands. Not thinness.
Yeah, but given I can manipulate it with like minimal effort,
Yeah.
it's definitely not mild steel, dude.
Bear in mind, you're supposed to use these items straight out of the card.
Yeah.
No sharpening required, anything like that, because there's knives on them. No sharpening required.
Some sharpening may be required.
I think a lot of sharpening could be required.
Especially on those knives, because they look dull as fuck.
But anyway, that's the end of the stream, folks. We'll catch you all on the next one.
On Wednesday.
Yep.
So, yeah, thank you for joining us. And we'll, as you said, we'll catch you all on the next one. You rat bitch stealing my fucking outro line. How dare you?
Oh my god. Good night, good luck.
There you go. He's remembered his line.
Don't you have it now?
Thank you for joining us, and we'll catch you all on the next one.
You can see the writing on the pavement. Young kids, they're growing up in basements. Online, a whole new generation. I'ma make mine, so you better go take it. Always they need a new replacement. Decentralized, can't contain it. We're changing lives, yeah, upgrading. Call it suicide of the older generation.
What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with this old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh man, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world's too anxious, we'll adapt to both survive and save it.
What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah.